going on, Tamers? It's your boys, the host of DigiPod, the digital podcast, with a special guest, Kitty.
Zoe, she always wants to show up for podcast night.
Zoe.
I don't know why. She's always here.
Yeah.
She's the inarguable. I can't say the word. She's a special member of DGU.
Yeah. I got one too. He's just chilling on his bed now. Thank God, because he's, for anyone who doesn't know, a Doberman, the one thing they call him a Velcro dog, it's for a reason. They are attached. Once they figure out who their main human is, that's it. They are attached to you to the hip. Like there's no tomorrow when you're home. It's crazy.
That's how female cats are. They pick one person and then they're like, the hell with the rest of you. Like,
yeah,
could not care less about my wife. Just does not care. But when I'm around,
that's it. Yeah, no, like, he's been all right. He started to show more personality the last week, because the first week he was very chill for the most part. Recently he's been a little bit more hyperactive and getting crazy, but not to the point where he's like destructive so at least that's good. But it's been a learning process with him for sure. That's for sure.
That's good. He's coming out of his shell a little bit for you.
Yeah. I forgot to mention because Gino mentioned this last time. This is Gino, my co-host Gino, and myself, Dan, the host of DigiPod, the digital podcast, because usually I don't say our names anymore, really.
If you don't know who we are at this point, leave. All right, we don't want you here. No, I'm kidding.
No, we do want you here.
I'm kidding.
We want new eyes for anyone who doesn't know. That's why we should always introduce ourselves, because you never know who's gonna be watching, right? We could always have new people watching, so that's something we gotta pay attention to sometimes.
For sure.
But we're gonna just hop into it because this one's gonna be a long episode. Locals. I'll start off this time.
Dan took the best deck and won. What a surprise.
I know, right? It's crazy. So for those people that's going to be like, God damn, Dan, I went to the dark side and played TV. I finally got my hands around to build it. And the deck is fun. I really enjoy playing. I like besides the Susano stuff, like that's the obvious, like the killer deck. That's what makes the deck, like, from being obviously a tier 1 deck and like boring and like people probably hate it playing against it, but like when you're doing the non-Susano stuff, you get some really cool interactions that I really like. Fine, and it's kind of like big brain plays sometimes, because like you get a mix of the execution that's gonna kill yourself plus decode plus maybe save yourself somehow, or split bodies out. And you know me, I love playing decks that can make a wide board, and so it was pretty fun to play. And
yeah, it's
I wanted to play it before it was a tier 1 deck, and us at DigiPod digital podcast called it was going to be a tier 1 deck. I wanted to play it regardless, so it didn't matter if it was tier 1, tier -500. I was playing it regardless, and I'm just happy that it's so cool deck, and it is something that's meta relevant and stuff like that. Now obviously everyone has their gripes with it. We said what our points were on it. I'm not going to talk about that again, but yeah, so round 1 I played against, I don't remember what I played against, honestly. I know I played round 2 Gino. He was playing Crossheart, and that ended up being 2-1, I believe, right? Or 2-0.
Yeah, 2-1.
Because I know I won. I got game 1, you got game 2, I got game 3. Game 1 was really about,
no, it was the other way around. I got game 1 and then you cracked back, because I remember I beat you and you're like, oh, you picked Cross because Cross is good into TB, and I'm like, no, I just wanted to play Cross tonight.
No, I know. It was just funny because people have said that Cross is a really good counterplay against TB. It was just so funny. It just so happened that it worked out that way. But I remember why. Yeah. So in game 1, he ended up having double of the Black Tamer. I don't remember their name fully. Kotone. And so I remember my idea was I'm going to stun one with the low 5 puppet. I forget her name right now. Karakuru. And I was going to do a cool play where I think the stack was going to die or something like that, and then play out another one and then stun the other one. that play never happened. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't remember why I thought I was able to get that play off. And it just didn't work that way I thought it was going to be. Oh, because I thought I was going to be able to go execute. And I didn't execute. I swung early or something like that prior to pass and turn. Because the way the memory was, I was like, all right, I could probably put him down to 1, yada, 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 and like continue comboing. And it just didn't happen the way I thought it was because I forgot about the execute. And then he ended up comboing off because he had 2 of those. So I couldn't stop the full combo. And then he had a Mikey on board with a Taiki, whatever his name is. I think
you made the critical mistake of stunning the Kotone when you should have stunned Taiki, because Taiki is what lets me Digicross. And so he was like laser focused on the fact that Kotone is going to play out my EX11 from underneath her. But I had 2 of them anyway. So his original plan was, I could just stun them both and then he can't do it.
Exactly.
But I had another one in hand anyway, so I would have been able to cross one regardless. So either way, the best choice there would have been Taiki, but
100%. So that ended up cooking me because I don't think I had a clapback. I think it was, and you went to a Volder arm, so it was like GG's at that point.
Yeah, I had everything that game.
So once I realized, like, mind you, it's been a hot minute since I played Cross. I know Mikey is the one that's Taiki, whatever his name is. I know he's the main one, but I know the new one really helps the deck do combos. And so that's why I was like laser focused on trying to stop both of them if I could. And obviously I couldn't. And so game 2, my focus became, I gotta get that puppet. Oh my God, Karkur, and stun Mikey as much as possible so I could just shut down his plays. And if he gets multiple, he gets multiple. It is what it is. But at least early game, if he has only 1 on board, I can slow down the game and control board state, and then I can just pop off and do my thing. And that's what ended up happening in game 2. And I don't think he saw anything else but the Mikey, or he saw like one thing, but like didn't have the pieces to like pop off without that Mikey. And so I ended up getting game 2. And then game 3, I think it ended up being the same thing. I just kept stunning the Mikey, and that ended up hurting you, but you end up getting the triple tamer. And I was scared. I was like, God damn, you got the triple tamer out now. Now I gotta deal with multiple. I gotta figure out which one to stop, whatever. At the end of the day, I kept stunning the the Taiki regardless, because I was like, I figured that's the easiest one. And then I just think you didn't see enough pieces, or you didn't see the right pieces. And so like, even though I wasn't like going crazy out the gates, but I just had enough to just keep a board presence. And that was being enough to call. Oh, and then I kept bottom decking your crossheart pieces from the trash. So like I would kill something.
Yeah, with the Amaterasu.
Yeah, I would kill something and then bottom deck pieces that I knew that was crucial, and that stopped your cross plays from happening.
Yeah, basically the big problem was bottom decking my pieces really sucks, because the main function of Kotone is to grab those pieces back from trash. So that I can cross with them later or play them if I need to. And I was playing, I made some changes to the tamer ratios, but the rest of the cards are 1-for-1, the list that won that regionals like a couple weeks ago. I wanted to try the 2 fire rockets and basically everything he had. And my gut feeling, so real ones will know that I've played Cross for a long time, and I've always played Cross every time it gets new support, at least once or twice. I've taken it to bigger tournaments. Like, I like Cross a lot. And my gut feeling when I looked at this list was, we're only on 4 Omni Shout. That's crazy. It's got to be 5 because you need to see Rush. But I was like, trust in the process. I'll trust in this deck builder. I haven't played the deck at all since the new AD01 Shout Mono Cross 7 came out, because I just didn't have the cards. A couple weeks ago, I picked them up off of somebody at a tournament we were at, and I just haven't got around to putting it together. And then when I got home, I realized, oh crap, I only have 2 Zeke Greymons, so I had to order Zeke Greymons from AD01, and just it got pushed to the back of my mind. Right. And with this format being like on the longer side, at this point, I've played through all of the new decks that I want to play through, so I start playing with some of my older decks. So I finally threw it together, and I'm like, man, 4 Omni Shout is crazy, because that Russian hair is just so important. And all night I was like, if I just had an Omni Shout, I win right now, like right now. And
right,
that was always the problem. I could never find Omnishout when I really needed him. So I will be adjusting the ratios in the deck to include 5 Omnishout. I don't think you can play less than 5. I think 5 is the sweet spot. I don't think you can play more than 5 either, because it's kind of, at that point, you just become a little bricky, right? But basically what ended up happening was I had all my setup. I had like 2 Cross Tamers. I had a Katone. I had Blitz Taiki, I think. Excuse me. I had everything ready to go against Dan, but my hand was just garbage. My hand was like another couple Tamers. I remember I had like 5 cards in hand and like almost nothing loaded up at that point. So like my hand was like just a couple Tamers, like a Fire Rocket, and like a couple rookies. And I'm like, this hand doesn't do anything. Like the board state looks like I'm ready to pop off, but this hand does nothing. And like, it's just, I kind of petered out, and I couldn't do anything. Like I literally could not do anything. Like it sucks so bad. And I'll talk about it when I talk about my run in a little more depth, but it sucks so bad to have to slam an E-Cross 6 or Cross 7 without rush. Like you have to just slam it for the removal. Like it hurts awful. So bad to do that, unless you can do what I did to Dan, where I didn't have rush, but I was able to keep turn and then go into Vaulter Arm. And then that just locked him out of the turn. And then next turn I get my 2 checks. I do my cross stuff, blah, blah, blah. So that's basically how our games went.
Yeah. And then with the newer support, because they're like level 6s, they don't use regular Shoutmon, I believe, right? They have to be Omni Shoutmon, and you have to get the rush off of it. So you can't just replace them with regular Shoutmon, like some of like older Crossheart decks back in the day, where you can use obviously just regular Shoutmon that has a rush and it doesn't matter.
Right.
Newer version, you can't. Obviously, it's just better to have those newer ones, obviously, those level 6s, but like that's the only downside. If you could call it a downside, you can't use regular Shoutmon for rush.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be making some changes. I definitely want to go back to 5 Shoutmon, and he's on the 4/4 split of E-Cross 6 and Cross 7 seems like a lot. Like I get those are good cards.
I think it's needed though, right? Like at least for sure like the 8001.
8001 is up for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The removal is too good. The crackback is too good. But I think the play is maybe go down on E-Cross 6. Like I don't think you need 4 E-Cross 6. Gotcha. I've seen other lists that run like 2 or 3. So I think I'm going to make that change and throw a new Omni Shout in and so on. Gotcha.
Okay, cool. I remember my round 1 now because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I played them. It was TS Angels, the Angel Loop deck. So game 1, he was slow at the gates, and I had basically everything that I could in the beginning. So like I ended up going to Amaterasu. I actually bomb deck his Asuna target and slowed him down for a bit, and then just kept doing 2 checks with Amaterasu. And then eventually Amaterasu I think died. Played out Kaguya, so now I have a board, a wide board with block and retail. So he was not getting through game 1 at least. Game 2, he did the thing, and I ended up losing. I just didn't see, because it wasn't like a turn 2 loop kill. It was like maybe turn like 3 or 4, whatever it was. I was just missing something. I was like, oh damn, I kind of had like a weird hand that just couldn't get into anything. Because I had like all low end and no level 6s. I think that's what it was. And I was like, if I draw a level 6, I'm okay. Doesn't matter which 6, because then you just pop off, do your thing, whatever, right?
They're interchangeable at some point.
yeah, exactly. And Susano is good, obviously, but only downside is actually it's not even a downside. You trash the security. I was gonna say you trash the security, and then they're able to play a body, but it doesn't matter because the neg is lingering. I always like if I'm not in mid plane, sometimes I forget that it's just a lingering neg board neg. But like it was I never saw him either. And so it just was like one of those things where I was just like, all right, I just need to. Well, I could explain why I didn't see him in certain games, but I only have 2 of them. So right. I need to get a third, get my hands on a third. I probably gonna have to just buy one off of TCG Play because I don't think anybody at the shop is gonna sell them. Well,
yeah, probably.
And so, yeah, game 2, he just had it, and then I just didn't have the clapback or whatever it was the case may be. game 3, it was a little weird because he had the combo and then he just didn't kill me. And so I was like, all right, cool. I live at 0 security. I don't care that I'm at 0. We're going to pop off. We're going to swing out, to drop Susano, clear your board state. Even if you have like 3 security, you can't do anything on your clap app because he didn't have a rookie in the bag or anything like that. He just didn't. That deck. Oh, he also put himself to 0 because I already did damage to him. I did like maybe like 2 damage, and then so he has 3. He was trying to kill me that turn, and he just trashed his own security to the point he put him down to 0. And I was like, all right, cool, I can win if he doesn't recover because I had a rookie in the back, and so he ended up recovering. But like I had Susano in my hand, I think it was, and so. That was basically it. He just couldn't kill me. He could have, because he was like, I realized I made a mistake. I was like, yeah, I think I know where your mistake was, and he explained where it was. I was like, yeah, I kind of figured. And so I don't think it, but at the same time, I'm not sure it would have mattered because he had to draw to Cyclomon for the rush, and he never drew into it, if I remember correctly. So
got you.
I don't think it mattered if he did what he needs to do correctly, because he did it. I feel like he did it correctly anyways, but I don't know. Anyways, but that would end up being 2-1. Back to going to the forward, because we went
back to your regular scheduled program.
Yeah, we went to 2-1, now 3. That's how we count, I guess. Round 3 was a TV mirror match, and that was a.
How does that go?
It was 2-1. It's very interesting. It's very technical. Because, we got a reveal. What is this? Jupiter on Wrath mode. SP is fire. Or 2-star. That's beautiful. Sorry. Anyways.
Focus, Dan. Focus.
Yeah. TV mirror match is very technical because it's kind of like, how can you stop your opponent from dropping Susano as fast as possible? And so, like, low-key, Amaterasu is like the MVP of that deck. In that match for multiple reasons, because one, you can bottom deck the egg and put it back so they're like a turn behind if they're not set up or anything like that, and that's so good, yeah. Your opponent is never going to drop Susano without that egg. So like if you keep bottom decking it, then you're kind of good in that situation. And also getting out the option. Don't ask me to remember how to say that option currently right now. That option matters because you're always going to be removing each other. And so you kind of need that instant clap back to stabilize. Because if you don't, you just kind of cook. He had, I swear to God, all 3 games, he had all gas. And I was like always kind of like behind. Game 1, I went out the gate strong. I thought I had it. I put him down to 3 security immediately. With Amaterasu, I bomb deck his stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm in control. He goes... he does his plays. He ends up going like Kaguya, has the option now, and like does some other stuff. And then I traded with something, and then he was able to go. I think maybe I Susano or something like that. I don't remember. But I got to the point where he just kept staying at like 3 or 4 security, and I'm just like, God damn, because he kept getting his Susanos faster. And it got to the point where it just got out of hand. Even though I started out early, I never had that option to drop a Kaguya or like a Ryugu or even another Amaterasu to make the instant clapback. And so in my head, like I played it out, but in my head, I knew I lost like 2 turns early. I was like, just in case I find, because if you see a Susano, you have a chance. So it was like one of those things like, can I see my second one as soon as possible? Because he bottom decked my Susano because it was in security. And so, no, I had used it and died or whatever, but he bombed deck with Amaterasu. And so I was like, all right, I gotta find the second one. Never found the second one. Game 2, I was, again, a little slow out the gates. So he came out swinging first, but I was able, again, to stabilize with Amaterasu. Amaterasu is probably like the MVP in the mirror match. Being able to bottom deck this stuff, try to get less names as much as possible early, and then bomb decking, then pour in peace, which is the egg. So they're
she's so good in so many matchups, it seems like.
Oh yeah, of course. Any deck that has to deal with trash, assembly, always gonna be a really good card, right?
Which is most decks at this point.
Yeah. And then, you do your cool Shishamon combo where you swing Evo, you do your check, Then you Evo, and then you still get that second check off the Amaterasu. It's just a strong play. Plus being able to get the 6K boost, so you're always minimum like 18K or whatever it is on that stack. And then game 3, I saw I got my option out early, and he got his option out early, so it became a who had what, and I just so happened to have like Kaguya Amaterasu in my hand while he had no 6s in hand. And so when I banked on, like, I was like, all right, I'm banking on him probably dropping Kaguya because that's the one I seem to see the most. Whether he had more Amaterasus or not, I just don't know because he just didn't have it. I was like, all right, he's going to probably drop Kaguya once I remove his 5, and then we'll see what happens type of thing. So I remove his 5 to see what happens. Doesn't activate it. I was like, yeah, in my head, I kind of knew. I was like, all right, I'm about to win because I have Amaterasu is going to do another 2 checks next turn. He's not going to be able to stop it. I have a Susanoo in my hand because I played the the Genshin World option, the field spell. And with the card I grabbed off of it was a Susanoo in my security. I was like, nice. Oh, I am goated here. I'm about to catch this W. So basically, I ended up winning with it.
Did you also play it off of that effect?
No, I didn't need to play it off of effect. I played I think I just played a rookie or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It was just like an extra surge because I was like chilling on it because it was like I knew I wasn't gonna kill that turn, and I didn't have assembly pieces anyways because it was early game, and so I was not prepared for a Susanoo play yet. So I think, like I said, I think it was just a rookie or something like that. Probably was a rookie at that point. But yeah, TV, really fun, really strong deck. Really fun deck. I think it's a very technical deck that people don't give credit for it with certain plays because you have to know how to sequence correctly with certain effects. I didn't intervene because I'm not a technical judge, and I don't want to be intervening other people's plays. But we have a third person in that locals. I was playing TB, and he was mis-sequencing the whole time, and legit because he mis-sequenced, he could have just missed all those effects, but his opponent allowed him to do it anyways, just because they didn't know better. And in my head, I'm just like, oh, he deleted himself. He's not supposed to decode. He didn't do that. He deleted himself. He went Ascension and then played his body out. You can't do that either. You have to Ascension last because if you Ascension before you do the Unleashing effect, you will technically lose it because it's not there in trash anymore for the Unleashing effects. So things like that, you got to pay attention. Obviously, like interactions with your opponent, right? Especially if they have like a 1 wood and you have 1 wood effects. Like there's a lot of sequencing that's gone. So much so like I had to, as like double check just to make sure I'm correct on this because I don't want to F someone else over on rulings just because of like turn priority and how it pops out and whatnot. Yeah, it's a pretty fun deck, I think.
Nice. Round 1. So as we know, I played cross. I talked about my cross decisions and why. So I won't repeat that. But round 1, I played against Angoramon. This guy's been grinding out the Angoramon deck. Very cool deck. Yeah, DigiPod. Very cool Digimon. Very cool deck. It just doesn't do enough. Like DigiPod's a really good card. And we talked about this before in one of our other chats, how it feels like DigiPod's really good and it like can hold a board for a turn and then you do nothing next turn. Like you're not killing because it doesn't really put out that much damage. Like you're immune for 1 turn, great, but then your threat, there's no threat after. Like compare it to something like a Tratismon. Let's assume a Tratismon, for example, could only be immune for 1 turn. It wouldn't matter because he's going to kill you next turn if he hasn't already. Like it just does so much more. Anyway, so I won that one 2-0. Basically, what it came down to is he would go into the orbit, gain the 15k, and then if I suspend, he can give himself another 3k. So he's 18k, can battle, can get up to like maybe 20 depending on his inherits. But like with the new Z Greymon, who gives me plus 1k for every color in my sources, I can literally just drop EX6 and Alliance and swing Piercing over it. No problem. Like it's a non-issue for Crossheart at all because I'm just always bigger because I'm always either alliancing over it, or if it's not immune, then I can just let cross 6 or cross 7 die and then play out something underneath it and use that's effect. I know I did that to Dan the one game, I think, where he removed E-Cross.
Oh, yeah.
He removed cross 7.
I was like, what the
and the E-Cross 6 was underneath. And I crossed it with everything so that it just like melted his board and he couldn't do anything. I think it was the game that I won. But yeah, it's very strong play when you can get an E-Cross 6, do your damage, and then if you have to end on cross 7, if they remove it, they're in for a world of hurt. Unless they can somehow strip your sources first. Which some decks can do. But pretty fast 2-0 there. And then played against Dan, which we talked about at length. And then game 3, I played against the Angels player. This was very funny because game 1, I ran him over. I had everything pretty quickly. He was moving pretty quickly as well. And he ended on a turn where he had like Juno and like 3 Angels, but he didn't have the Shacklomon to like DNA and close it out. So he was just going to go wide. Boom, E-Cross 6, neg your board 6. There goes all your Angels, and then swing, kill Juno, like, and he couldn't stabilize from there. Then game 2, we get through, and he's popping off. He's going real fast. He's finding everything. Bop, 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 bop. And it's like, all right, let's go to game 3. And he looks at me, and he looks at the side of the table, and there's like a stack of like 8 to 12 cards. And he goes, those cards weren't in my deck. And he's looking at him. He's like, I was wondering why I couldn't find level 6s. Well, this is why, because they're over here as well as a bunch of other cards. But turns out when you can dig through your deck faster to get through it, you go in. He's like, so I'm just going to give you the 2-0 because, you know, obviously, like, I just cheated, basically, right? So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take it. But let's play out the game and let's just see what would happen. Let's assume you took that game. So he played. And he found everything really fast and he beat me. And he goes, of course, the one time I would beat Gino, I had to cheat to do it. So it was a really funny game. Really funny match. And real quick, because we do have a longer topic, but I do want to talk about my my other local that I went to. It was just a 2-rounder. I won 2-0. I played Gamamon for the first time in this format, which is weird that it took me this long to get around to Gamamon, but I honestly just don't believe in the deck.
Like it's trash, that's why.
I think Proximon is a really good card. I think they've printed a lot of really good cards recently. But like, I just don't think it does enough. Like, the Proximon and the Beetle are so good. Don't get me wrong. It feels so good to play Strongest of Brothers for 1. I mean, like, or like drop your Gamma Searcher for 1. Very nice. But like, it feels like they're just much better in VB. Like, I feel like the best version of Gamamon is just like a Gamamon focused VB version. Like, I feel like I would almost rather have stuff like the Reapermon, for instance, like just a really strong DNA that stuns and then go into Sirius off of that, or like Planet Punch off of that. But either way, like, because we still have to rely on like really weird plays, like using the Gulus Gamamon that has end of attack kill yourself to kill something of equal DP with Regulus on top, so that Regulus can kill itself and get all of its effects. You get like a double pop off of it, and like do all this stuff. But it feels like I'm jumping through a lot of hoops to do things that other decks do very easily. You know what I mean? So like, I love playing Gamamon. I love that little boy, and like, I'll always give him a shot every time he gets new support. But I feel like it's there, but like I have to work so much harder to get there when I could just play like any other deck that's just like already there without me having to think too hard about it, right? So
even though you mentioned the cool play you can do, but like the new Beetle Gamamon and regular Gamamon, yes, you can play the option for 1, but at the same time, you kind of just Evo in the back and then you want to play that for 3 regardless. And right. So it becomes kind of like, what else are you going to really play off that fact that you just kind of like, and this doesn't do much, so I'm just going to Evo anyways.
99% of the time, Beetle Gamamon's effect was play Gamamon Searcher for 1.
Yeah.
Like, and like, really, what does that get me? It gets me Search, which is great. 1 cost Search, fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But like, compare that to like something like VB, where you play a 4, you DNA, you go off. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
And then at that point, if you're gonna go into VV, you're just gonna slowly take out the Gamma stuff anyways.
Exactly.
Like I mentioned, Gamma's always trash, dog. Like
poor Gamma. But yeah, that's like generally the problem. Like, and like I was in a situation where I had Proximamon on the field, and my opponent swung. Round one I played against Adventure Omni, he swings. It was actually in round 2 that I did this, but whatever. The opponent swings, and I go counter timing, and all I can think to myself, because Proximamon's effect is you can play any of his sources out if it's 10 cost or less. All I can think to myself is, man, where Garurumon be so great to play out right now? Like, I don't want to play any of these Gamamon cards out.
That's a fact.
Like, you can place 2 VB or Gamamon trait cards, and you can play or use. So what I ended up doing was counter timing to play Strongest of Brothers.
Serious Punch? Oh, okay.
Which is cool. I mean, but like,
play. What is that really doing for you?
Exactly. What is that doing for me, like, defensively? Nothing. Like, honestly, the real stars of the show is the promo Arcturus. Because the Inherit is a redirect. You get that under Proxima, and it's very annoying to deal with. And just assembling that guy, getting a D-Digivolve 3 with a taunt while it has blocker, and it has, like, collision and piercing, and, like, honestly, the Arcturus feels like more the star of the show than any of the newer cards, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So round 1 I played against Adventure Omni, and I honestly just did the Siriusmon thing, where I climbed into AD01 Siriusmon, 2 checks, boom, end of turn, 2 more checks. If you don't answer this immediately, I'm winning next turn. And and also he has a layer of protection, and he couldn't deal with it. So, and like, I think he ended up hitting me with like a Melga and stunning me, and I'm like, cool, attack without suspending.
Like, it doesn't say you can't attack, it just says you can't suspend.
Right. So like, who cares? And then game 2 I played against Titans, and honestly, he had the gas every time. Like, literally, he would go, this guy, I swear, he always has the gas no matter what deck he plays. But Dan knows who I'm talking about. But basically, he swing, Evo up the whole chain, end on Titamon, right? Get the burn, double checks, boom, I'm down to 2 security. Every time it was Arcturus, D-Digivolve 3, remove this threat, and now you have like 2 turns. And if you remove Arcturus, there's a chance that Proximamon comes out.
Yep.
Right. I never ended up having the Proximamon to do off the on deletion, but it's like a major threat you have to think about when you're playing a deletion deck. So like, it was fun though. I had fun playing Gamamon. Like I said, I really love Gamamon. Maybe I just need to tweak the ratios and like maybe lean more towards the Arcturus stuff and like the Regulus stuff. But I don't know, man. It feels weird. Like, it doesn't feel like it's all one deck. Like, it really does feel like it's pulling one direction Gamamon and the other direction VB. And it's hard to say, like, where the ratios go. Like, my level 5 lineup is like 2 of this, 2 of this, 2 of this, 3 of this. Like,
yeah,
it's just weird. It's just weird. But fun deck. Fun night at the Tuesday locals.
Yeah, for sure. Normally it's always a fun time. Unfortunately, I can't go right now, but eventually in the future I'll be back. Don't know when, but I will be. Once my dog is properly trained and all good. If I'm gone for a whole day, which he's not just yet. So
right, because on Tuesdays Dan works, and then if he wants to go to cards, he has to go right to cards. So there's no time. Yep. A lot of the time he works at the office on those Tuesdays, and then he just comes straight to cards. And so a whole day for the dog is not there yet. So
yeah, he's already not okay when I'm not here for the 8 hours. So he's getting better with it so far. For example, Monday, quick side note before we jump in. Monday I worked from home, or no, I called off Monday, so I had a 5-day weekend basically. I worked from home Tuesday, and not real 5-day weekend, but like Thursday, Friday I worked from home. Saturday, Sunday I was off, and then I took Monday off because I was dead. I felt like trash. So I was like, yeah, nah, I don't feel like doing this. And so 5 days in a row, Tuesday I go to work. I was told that in the morning he was howling. That's how bad it was. I was like, oh, that's not good. And then he was barking for like the rest of the morning until like my mom woke up and stuff like that. And so definitely has social anxiety when I'm not here yet. So Wednesday, I heard it was a little bit better. It was no howling, just some barking. And then today didn't bark at all. So that's a plus. That's a sign that he's realizing, yeah, he's gonna be gone, but he's gonna be back. And you know, my mom's here, so you know, he has someone that's around, stuff like that. So he's slowly, he picks up things pretty fast. So hopefully it stays like that and is a non-issue in the future, but we're just not there yet.
Right.
Well, anyways, enough about dog talk. You know, y'all love animals, and we do too. So we can always keep talking about him. He just poked his head up. I guess he could tell I was talking about him. Now he put his head back down, back on his bed. Anyways, like I mentioned earlier, this is gonna be a longer episode today, pod today, because today is BT26 preview. Yes, chat, we are there already. Pre-release at this point from us recording is about 2 weeks. So by the time this drops for y'all, it will be a week in advance of pre-release. Usually we get it out on pre-release, but this time we kind of got it out a little early, and we'll probably have a tier list maybe the week after, maybe not. We'll see what happens when the time comes around. But we're going to jump into, we're going to share the screen. We're going to show what we're going to talk about. It's going to be a good one.
Chat, are you sick of TS? Too bad.
You're just going to have more. Yo,
TS set number 3, baby.
Straight up, this might be the best TS set that's dropped. I think this is going to be I think this is the best one, with BT24 being the second best and BT25 being the third best set of the TS supports. We're going to just hop into it. We're going to talk about, for me personally, it's probably like I got 2 decks I'm most hyped about, and a lot of other things that let's rephrase. Gino and I are all hyped about basically everything in this set.
Yeah,
well,
it's gonna be a nightmare.
The ones we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about Chronomon. For anyone who doesn't know, the main villain of the deck came out in this set, and Chronomon, where is he?
Or the main hero, depending on which way you see the story.
Yeah, right. That's true. He's a hero in my eye. If anyone doesn't know, this boy finally came out with the holy mode. We're going to talk all about it. And this card is kind of cracked. So we're going to work our way up to it just to show you real quick what we're going to talk about. First of all, we got the egg in Yokomon. This is pretty solid. Egg allows you, when your effects add to decks, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Chronomon and its text in the hand with the cost reduced by 1. So basically, the way so far that we've seen Chronomon works, you get to bottom deck or even top deck things when it comes to your opponent. From cards from the trash to bottom deck for effects, or top deck for effects for removal. And it's really, really good. And obviously having this reduction, being able to evo quickly. So maybe instead of a 3 cost evo, it's a 2 cost evo, and so on. Maybe allows you to keep turn, allows you to give your opponent less memory. Really solid card in my opinion.
For sure. And the adding cards back to the deck gets around a lot of protection effects, as we'll find soon.
Yes, correct. Next we got is Hyokomon. Hold on, let me just refix this again.
I love this line, by the way.
Yeah,
before Time Stranger came out, I was singing the praises of this line because the only place you could see it was in the DS story games. I think he was only in Last Evolution. I honestly don't remember, but super cool line. Go ahead, Hyokomon.
It is. Start your main phase by trashing a card with Chronomon in text or the Shaman trait from your hand, draw 1 and gain a memory. We love these type of start a main rookie type of effects. Really, really good. And then Herald, when attacking, draw 1. Then if your hand has 6 or more cards, return 1 card in your hand to the bottom of the deck. Like we just mentioned before about the egg. So if you're on your champion, you swing with the champion, you activate this effect, you get to evo into your low 5 for a reduction cost. Pretty solid. Next we got is Reapermon. He has raid on play on evo by trashing 1 card with Chronomon as text or the Shaman trait from your hand. You draw 2. Having a trash one draw 2 is fantastic in anything, no matter what it is. An inheritable raid, really, really solid effects.
I love that they're printing this on more champions.
Yeah, I agree. It gives you more consistency for sure. Next we got is Butenmon. This is the low 5 of the deck. Let me move this around.
He's my favorite design.
Yeah, he's pretty badass, and if you played him in the game, he's really cool too.
Yeah, he is.
On play on Evo, not a hard once per turn for whatever reason. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -4k until the turn ends. Then by return one card in your trash or bottom of the deck, delete one of your opponent's 5k or lower Digimon. Pretty solid. So basically, just with this card alone, without any other extra effects, you can kill something that's 9k. Pretty solid effect. And then your turn, once per turn, when your effects add to decks, one of your Digimon may get plus 3k. That's just red weird until your opponent's turn ends, and attack. So again, another way to get stronger, and another card to allow you to Evo reduce costs. Again, if you don't reduce Evo from your champion or something like that, pretty good effect. And inherit all turns. Once per turn, when your effect adds to decks, this Digimon with the Chronomon text may unsuspend. So it allows you to get aggro with it. People forget, because we've seen Giant Slayer, what Giant Slayer does. People forget you can just Evo climb up the chain, and you don't have to rely on Giant Slayer only to get your pop-off effects. This is having a suspend. We're going to show you in a bit that there is second attack +1 in this deck. So that's 4 checks potentially because of this. Very strong effects.
Definitely.
Next, we got the first level 6 of the deck we're going to talk about. Chronomon Holy Mode. Really, really good card. He has Piercing. He has Engage. On play, on Evo, when attacking was per turn, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much DPS as Digimon or less. Then by returning 3 cards in trash to the bottom of the deck, recover 1. Pretty solid effect, honestly.
Any trash, by the way. You can mix and match.
Yes, that is very true. So you could bottom deck 2 cards in yours, and then bottom deck 1 card in your opponent's deck, and so on. All turns once per turn, when this Digimon will leave the battle area by returning your top security cards to the bottom of the deck, it doesn't leave. Again, this effect that we're talking about with the Yokomon, like if you haven't used it, it's your turn. You can, if you for some reason were to die, you protect it. You go into maybe destroy mode if you have it or something like that off of the Yokomon. Like you do some cool things with this deck, the way it functions. It seems like strong
yeah,
card,
for sure.
Opinion. Next, we got the all R for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. All R is pretty cool. Then we got, let's see what else we got here. I'm not gonna talk about the Jupiter side because Jupiter side kind of mixes with it. Like for example, the Holy, you can use the Holy mode. I'll let Gino talk about it, but I'll probably talk about the Dark mode whenever I see it. Just because I feel like that one's more chronocentric. Where are they? What's the next cards we got here?
I think
here we are.
Just all the way down to destroy mode. Yeah,
it is destroy mode. Next we have is destroy mode. Rosemon destroy mode. He can Evo over Chronomon Text or Giant Slayer for cost of 5. Really good. Like I mentioned before, second attack +1. He has reboot. He has blocker, and this is the first time we're gonna talk about in this podcast.
But not the last.
He has the nuke. Yes, correct. Not the last. Succession, really cool effect. Basically, it's like Chaosmon X for anybody who remembers. It just gains the effects of all Machinimon or Chaosmons. And their source, same concept with this. So basically what it does is gain the effects of the Chronomon and name. So you get Chronomon Holy Mode effects off of this when you Evo. Really good effects. On play on Evo, this card is correct reading. Return the top 5 stack cards of 3 of your opponent's Digimon to the top of the deck. What does that mean, Dan? Tell me. What that means is you bypass Digivolve, you bypass, Source Strip, you bypass so many ways of protection in today's game with this effect. Being able to just put them in the top of your deck is kind of crazy. And because there's 3 Digimon, for anyone who hasn't played Time Stranger for some reason, you should go play Time Stranger. You have 3 Digimon. He Digivolves you all the way to your level 2. So if this is a regular stack, that's why it says 5. You go from a 6 all the way to the 2. Really cool lore to it in that aspect when it comes to this card. And in all turns, once per turn, when your effects add to decks, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon. If for some reason you didn't get rid of them, you still get a pop.
Yeah, right.
Which is really cool.
This card is insane. This is essentially unless you have Digimon protection or effect protection, this is D-Digivolve 5, but you don't have to stop at a level 3. It's not affected by effects that say can't trash stacked cards, because you're not trashing them, you're returning them to the deck.
Exactly.
It bricks your opponent just like a Millenniumon, because you return them to the top of the deck. Like, this card does it all.
Yeah, it's quite fantastic of a card. It's just very, very strong. And like I mentioned before, you have second attack +1, you have unsuspend, you do 2 checks, unsuspend, 2 checks. You would also have engage if you pass turn with it, so you still get your 2 checks. You still get your unsuspend. You also have blocker. I believe you have a redirect as well in the deck. It's just very offensively and defensively very strong. Let's check out the all arts real quick. The R is pretty fire. He's blasting everybody that's on your opponent's side, basically. And then the SP is just a fire looking card. They show like the glare to it. It's just really cool looking.
Ooh, I just realized that this is the UR. For some reason, I thought this was a secret rare. I'm definitely building Chronomon then.
Yeah, definitely. Next cards we're going to talk about in the Chronomon deck is... Where is it? There we go. Chronomon Dark Mode. We'll talk about it in this aspect as well, just because it mentions
My paralysis demon.
Yo, he is kind of creepy looking, that's for sure. So obviously he evos over Digimon for 3, whatever. On play, on evo, by deleting this Digimon or returning 1 Shaman or TS trait card from your trash to the bottom of the deck, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Solid effect. On deletion, you may play 1 TS trait card with a play cost 5 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Roof trait has Wizard type. Assembly -2 for level 4 or lower Digimon card with Chronomon in text or with TS trait. So that's why I kind of mentioned this card can be thrown into Chronomon pretty easily. And he has second attack +1. So on top of, DM having second attack +1, you can give his second attack +1 off of this as well, doing 3 checks out and then unsuspend, potentially another 3 checks or something like that. You do a lot of shenanigans and close out games a lot faster potentially. This card is quite good because it allows you also play your tamers if you need to as well, to set up your plays. You can just do a lot of things. I think it's pretty cool.
Yo, you remember way back in the Lugamon days when you just go, fuck it, hell Lugamon for 7, delete, draw 2?
Yeah,
this is basically that. Yep, it really does. You assembly this bad boy for 6, delete, and then spit out your tamer to do some search, like a Hiroko or something. I mean, there's many applications to this card, and I think it'll be good in any TS deck, honestly.
Yeah, agreed, for sure. The only reason why I mention it now is just because for anyone who hasn't played against TS, he was kind of part of Chronomon in a sense, and then obviously that's why he says Chronomon in text for assembly, for that aspect. Next card I want to talk about is he is a dual purpose card, but he's definitely necessary for Chronomon, and that is Ravemon. Ravemon can be used in Titans as well, and this card is cracked by itself, honestly.
This is a crazy card.
So first off, you ain't never going to evo for 5, really. You're probably going to try to get its... Actually, I lie. You have a chance to evo for 5, depending on the situation. But the trash effect is what matters. Trash, your turn. When any of your Chronomon text or Titan trait Digimon are played, if your opponent has 5 more memory, by returning this card to the bottom of the deck, one of them gains rush and execute for the turn. The reason why I say I took that back before with the evo for 5, because if you're at 0, you evo to Ravemon, you kill itself, potentially play something else out or some shenanigans or whatever.
Yeah, give it rush and execute,
and then you give it rush and execute, something like that, right? Like, you do some kind of cool things with that effect. So that's why I mentioned again, on play on evo. By deleting this Digimon, you may play 1 play cost 12 or lower Chronomon text or Titan trait card from trash while paying the cost. So you can kill itself, play out Plutomon, or in the aspect of Chronomon, you can play out, I think, Holy Mode ?
I think you can.
You can play out Holy Mode if you want. Yeah, because it's 12 cost.
Yep.
And then you can give it rush and execute and do things with that. You can also play out Giant Slayer for free. And we're going to talk about Giant Slayer in a bit, but Giant Slayer is probably the most important one, honestly, that you want to play off of it. based off the way Giant Slayer works.
Hell, if you want to, you can play Aegyokus Dark.
Yeah, you can too. You can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. Speaking of Giant Slayer, we're gonna talk about Giant Slayer now. Giant Slayer is kind of cracked. I know for some reason people thought it wasn't that good, but you know, you have Ravemon that makes this really good. First off,
this card's
play cost 12 only. Can't evo it. Doesn't matter. He has 14k DP. He has collision, reboot, blocker. So he's very defensive style card. But you can also make him offensive in a quick instant because of Ravemon.
Yep.
On play, until your opponent's turn ends, your opponent's effects can reduce the Digimon's DP or trashes stacked cards. So basically, you know, you can't get Digivolve. You can't get Source Drift. You can't get anything like that. But if DM was around, you could DM it because it doesn't get trash. It goes to the deck.
Right.
All turns, when the Digimon will leave the battle area by Digivolving it into Chronomon, destroy mode in the hand, or trash without paying the cost, it doesn't leave. And then you assembly 5 different level cards with Chronomon text or with Shaman trait. Card is good. This card allows you to do some shenanigans. So like Ravemons and trash. If you're able to assembly play this for 7, you swing with Ravemon because you give a rush and execute. You swing, potentially do 2 checks, 1 check, whatever. Get any when attacking effects, and then you go all to execute, all turns, effect, evo to DM. Now you force the DM on your turn, and then you pop off and do some remove whatever you remove. You do a lot of cool things with this with this. I know people were talking about, oh yeah, it's hard to drop this and assemble. One, it's so easy to fill your trash in today's game, and there's so many cards in TS that allow you to fill your trash. And then you have analog youth, so like you can do that.
True.
And 2, you don't even need to hard drop this. You can just evo up until a Ravemon. Ravemon kills itself. Play out Giant Slayer, and you just combo off. You do a lot of cool things with this deck that people I don't think realized at that time because you just focus on the assembly with Giant Slayer.
I agree. I think this card is really good.
Yeah. And the next we got is the Tamers that work for Chronomon. First, we got Toya Kuga. He is pretty cool. Start your main phase by returning 1 TS trade Digimon card from your trash at the bottom of the deck. Gain 1 memory. After, you may return 1 Giant Slayer from your trash in hand. So basically, you always have Giant Slayer live, and you always have a chance to grab it back whenever.
Yep. As long as you have Toya in play.
Yep. On play by trashing 1 TS trade card from your hand. Draw 2. Fantastic. We love those type of effects.
But then it's so hard to put cards in your trash.
You know, I'm just saying, it reads himself, you know? Next, I think we have 2 more Tamers that works for Chronomon specifically. Next, we got Shota Koroi. Whatever his last name is. Starting main phase by trashing 1 TS trade card from your hand. Draw 1, gain a memory. Again, more ways to trash. Opponent's turn effect. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks or return 1 of your TS trade Tamers to the bottom of the deck, you may change the attack target to 1 of your Digimon with TS trade. So if you drop the big boy Giant Slayer, you have this out. If they suspend you, still have a redirect to stop them from attacking or something like that. You could do a lot of cool things with it. Or if you already have destroy mode, who is a blocker by himself, you have a redirect in this now too. You can do a lot of things. And on top of that, this is not a once per turn effect. So if you have multiple Tamers out, you can keep bottom decking your other Tamers before you bottom deck this for the redirects, which is really cool.
Definitely. Very cool.
And the last Tamer of for Chronomon is Kosuke Misono.
Inori's dead.
4-drop. Yes, Inori's dead. Start of your turn. It's a mem setter. And then main, by returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you may play 1 Digimon card with Chronomon in text or 1 Tamer card with a TS trade TS trade from your hand or trash with the cost reduced by 2. So this, if you had everything for Giant Slayer, this could be a 5-drop Giant Slayer. Pretty good. If you have, or even what is it?
If you have Hiroko in play, you can tap her too.
Yeah. Since he mentioned this is the new Hiroko. Starting main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. Your turn, when any boss of TS trade Digimon cards will be played by suspending Tamer, reduce the cost by 1. If you have no Digimon, instead reduce the cost by 2. So you can possibly drop Giant Slayer for 3, which is hilarious.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
But I think it's gonna be hard to fit Hiroko in the deck as well. It's gonna be a lot of space that's gonna be taken up with the core set of cards. But man, Chronosmon is looking like coming out of the gates a strong deck. Obviously, when they have a strong villain deck, they always make the instant counter. And Jupitermon and Gino's gonna talk about all about the Jupiters.
All right, let's talk about Jupiter. You're frozen for me, Dan. So I'm gonna if you guys see me looking over to the side, I'm looking at my own screen. So what's our first card for Jupiter, Dan, that you have up for us?
It should be whatever it is. Oh, Agio Chusmon Holy Mode.
Wow, I can't believe. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, because we didn't get no Elect Mons, no Agio Mons.
Right. All right, so Aegyokusmon Holy. This was my GOAT in TS. I was always on this guy. Decode Aegiomon, of course, and Ascension, which is fantastic. So you spit out Aegiomon first and then go and ascend. On play on Evo, I think this card reads insane. By trashing your top security card until your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't reduce the DP of one of your Digimon, trash any of its stacked cards, or return them to hands or decks. So this is a no to Chronomon and like half of the other effects in the game.
Yes.
And then all turns, once per turn, when your security stack is removed from 3 of your opponent's Digimon, get minus 5k DP for the turn, just like his special attack in the game, how it hit all targets. All turns, once per turn, his inherit. When your security stack is removed from D-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. That's really strong with Jupiter. Like, because Jupiter is always removing his own security. I think this card's goated. I love this Aegyokus Holy. The real problem is going to be figuring out what ratio of various colors Aegyokusmons you're going to be running in your Jupitermon deck.
True.
Alrighty. Next we have the dual card Jupitermon Wide Plasmant. Wide Plasmant is a 2 cost. For each of your security cards, add 1 to this card's use cost. So most of the time it's going to be 2, but if you try to use it too early in the game, you're going to have to add some cost to it, which, might be good or bad depending on the situation. Use requirements, a TS trait card, and then main, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP, then recover 1. And then you get your Arts Digivolve into, on Evo effect, add your top security card to your hand. Then if it's your turn, you may play or use 1 Iliad or TS trait card from your hand with the cost reduced by 5. That effectively removes the need for Minerva, especially if you account for the D-Digivolve inherit on Aegyokus Holy. He has Raid and Alliance and Engage, so you play out your Alliance target off of his effect if you would like. All turns, when any of your TS trait Digimon or Tamers would leave the battle area. Very important. By placing this Digimon's top stack card at the bottom security card, they don't leave. What's very funny about this is that if you have like the old Hiroko in play, you can use that effect and then just give yourself a free recovery. Because you can say, I'll bottom deck Hiroko, and then say, actually, I'll not bottom deck Hiroko, so that I'll protect it using Jupitermon's effect and just throw it on top of my security. So, bunch of interesting plays I think you're going to be able to do off of this. I think this is a really great card, and he's got both of his shake weights for all to see.
Card is cracked.
Jupitermon. Yeah, that card's insane.
Cracked.
Card is very good. Next Jupitermon card is it really just Wrath mode? If you don't card Dark? Because we already talked about
because we already talked about Dark. We got you might maybe Cannon in general, because
I'll talk about Cannon. Dan, pull up the regular because it's cooler than the altar. She got the blicky. Blow. Start your main phase. If you have 4 or less memory, gain a memory. End of your turn. By suspending this tamer, you may use 1 option card with the TS trait from your hand. For each memory your opponent has, reduce this effect's paid cost by 1. Like Wide Plasmant, which is an option card. So yeah, you can do some very silly stuff with this. I'm excited to see how people use this, especially like Volcanismon players.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cracked. It's gonna be really good for Volcanus.
Yeah, I think this card goes hard in Volcanus and in Jupiter. Before we get to Wrath mode, though, we can talk about his specific option card,
which
the
is
Thunder Emperor Awakens. Yes, it is. It's a 2-drop. Add 1 to this card's use for each of your security, just like
that's why I mentioned Cannon.
Yep, because the main effect is by placing one of your tamers with Dan Yuki or Canon Yuki in their names as any of your Agiomon's bottom Digivolution card, it may Digivolve into Jupitermon in the hand or trash, ignoring requirements and without paying the cost. After, you may place one card with Agiokismon in its name in your trash as any of your Jupitermon's top Digivolution cards. This is like super warp. It's awesome. I love it.
Yes, it's crazy.
Security effect, you may play a play cost 5 or lower TS straight card from your hand without paying the cost, then add this card to hand. So play your Dan or Cannon from hand, and then you have this ready to go for next turn if you got an Agio in play. Really cool. I'm not going to talk too much about it lore wise, but it's very cool from a lore standpoint. Really cool card. And then finally, the boy with the sword himself, Jupitermon Wrath mode. 6 cost on a level 6 or 5 on an Olympus 13. He's got Piercing, Reboot, Blocker, and Secession Jupitermon on Evo and counter, trash your top security and recover 2. There's no restriction to that effect.
Nope.
Unlike the other one where it's like if you have like 1 or less security, recover 2. Just boom, burn 1, recover 2. All turns, when security stacks are removed from, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 15k until the turn ends. So you get to drop a minus 15 there. And then you also have whatever Jupitermon you have under. So it's just, it's really good. You got an Engage Alliance, or you have the old Jupitermon. This is going to be cool. This deck is going to go really hard. I think this is a really strong deck right away. I mean, it's been strong, right? Jupitermon's been doing numbers now. Now it just has even more tools, and you don't have to mix and match TS slop top end. I'm very excited.
Yeah, you can make a full pure Jupitermon deck, and it's going to feel extremely strong by itself.
Definitely. I'm stoked.
Yeah, the next things I'll talk about now is Titans. This is the next important part of the TS lore of cards in this set. Titans got so strong where I think it could be a potentially, I ain't gonna say it is, but I think it'll potentially be a tier 1 threat because that's how strong Plutomon is. That's how strong Zombie Pluto is. Tyrant Cavatari, Grand Kawaga. We got so much Titan support in this deck, and this set is crazy. Let's talk about, I think, was Pagu one of them? I lied. It's not. That is Glowing Dawn. I am a liar. The first Titan support is
Geckomon, actually.
Oh, okay. I was looking at Musayamon real quick. I wasn't sure. Geckomon. Yeah, I forgot about Geckomon. Card is cool. It's interesting. I remember now. So on play on Evo, one of your TS trait Digimon's attack targets can't change for the turn, which is kind of cool, I guess. Main, once per turn, you may play 1 TS trade card from your trash with the cost reduced by 2. A solid effect, honestly. Grabbing your tamers from the trash to play for a reduction, pretty good. And then inherit effect, when a Digimon attacks by trashing 1 card in your hand, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's turn. Digimon. Again, another solid effect is when a Digimon attacks. It doesn't have to be just that one. You trash a card to trash sources. So that means if you're on like a Titamon, you could potentially source strip, potentially then pop something, maybe gain a draw if you trash like an Ogremon or something like that. You could do a lot of cool little niche things with this Geckomon.
Definitely.
Next we have is Kawagamon. Kawagamon is a Titan. We got bug support that is also Titans in this.
Yes, this ain't Titan support. This is Tyrant Kabuterimon support. Me and Izzy, we're coming back out.
You Izzy, same with me. I'm excited for bugs as someone who has that deck max rarity chilling in the box somewhere. You know, I'm excited to play it again.
Chilling in the box somewhere. At least I know which box mine's in.
Hey, I know which one. I can tell. This is it right here. This is my Tyrant Kabuterimon deck box right here. It's like the only green deck I have. Well, I had like 2. If you want to count Glowing Dawn currently, and what else? I have Leopard somewhere built. That one's probably in a box.
Oh yeah, I forgot when you played Leopardmon.
Yeah. I was on the Leopard train early, and then
you were a Leopard mode believer. I remember.
I was, and then X came out and I was hyped and I built it, and then I forgot about it and it just chilled in a corner somewhere. Yeah.
Rip green.
Anyways, Kuwagamon, pretty good card. When moving on play on Evo, so you're guaranteed to get this card's effect no matter what, which is pretty cool. I think this might be the first card that has when moving on play and on Evo, because usually it's just like when moving and like on Evo and no on play or something like that, and like vice versa. So pretty cool to see. You may suspend one Digimon. Then one of your Digimon with Insectoid or Titan trait gets plus 3k until your opponent's turn ends. Such a very Insectoid ass effect, honestly.
True.
And then inheritable, when a Digimon wins a battle, one of your Insectoids or Titan trait Digimon may Digimon into Insectoid or Titan trait Digimon card in the hand with the cost reduced by 1. Solid effect, honestly.
If there was like a rookie in this set that had that same inherit, man, it would be so good for insects.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I wonder if there is one.
Am I missing one?
It's not a Titan, but it is an insect.
You talking about Morpho?
Yeah. Morpho has the same inherit.
I didn't realize that it had the same inherit. Interesting. Akuamon, on play on Evo, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then one of the Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. Solid effect. We always love stunning in today's game. And then the second effect on play when attacking until your opponent turn ends. One of your Insectoid or Titan trait Digimon gains piercing plus 3k. In a deck where you don't natively have piercing, you can just give something piercing whenever. It's pretty good. And then all turns when Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon battle, trash their top security card. I always love that effect when it comes to especially insect decks, because they don't natively have that. You have to kind of like play around it and play things like Reapermon or something like that. But now you have that inherently in the deck, which is fantastic.
Agreed.
And on top of that, you could probably get rid of at this point the Mega Complementariumon Ace. Unfortunately, I always love that card, but like in today's game, he's kind of too slow for that.
Agreed.
Next we got is Grand Kuwagamon. Love this card. This card is fantastic. First off, it has a way to reduce its play cost. So when this card will be played, if your hand has fewer cards than your opponent's, reduce the cost by 4. In Titans, easy. That's cake for sure to have less cards than your opponent's hand. In Insectoid deck, a little harder, but
it's green, so it doesn't really draw. So
exactly.
You got that going for
in that aspect. Yeah. On play on Evo when attacking. Once per turn, you may play one level 4 lower Insectoid or Titan trait Digimon card from your hand while paying the cost. You return all your Insectoid or Titan trait Digimon gain alliance, piercing, and vortex. This card is so crazy to me because it's just a uncommon. And 2, this boy just gives everything alliance, piercing, vortex. In a deck where you can go pretty wide pretty easily, just giving everything alliance is crazy.
Like, honestly, Grand Kuwaga, and then boom, here's Kuwagamon. Suspend your whatever, and now I can alliance pierce vortex over it. So crazy, so good.
And then you go to Titan, get another body out, and then potentially a vortex against something like, and then getting piercing. It's really cool, honestly. This card. And then speaking of the devil himself, we finally got a new Tyrant Complementariumon who's only a rare, but it's probably better than the OG almost to an extent.
Rip.
Card is crazy. Card is so good. First off, what's great about this one, he's only a 4-cost Evo compared to the old one. 2, you can also Evo over Insectoid/TS trade cards for only 3 with Black Box, with fantastic. And he can assembly with -6 with 4 Larva Insectoid Titan trade Digimon cards with different levels.
The assembly.
Yep.
This card's so good.
It's so good. First off, he has on play on Evo. This Digimon may battle one of your opponent's Digimon. So already off the back, we're just battling things. Strong start. That's a new green thing to be able to do. Starting your main on play on Evo, not once per turn. So if you have to start, if you somehow, I don't know, able to get this off twice, like you can. By suspending one Digimon until your opponent's turn ends, none of your suspended Insectoid or Titan trait Digimon are affected by your opponent's option effects. and they get plus 3k. Like this is a crazy immunity. And if you want to talk about just insectoids, OG Tyrant can play this for free. Yep. With Tyrant's effect, and then this own assembly reduction, which is fantastic. Or you maybe it's not free. I think it's some number. I don't remember right now.
I think it's free because doesn't Tyrant play 7 cost or -7 or -8? -7.
-7. Might be -8. Maybe it's -8. Yeah, because if you do Shiva play, Shiva's 4 drop. Yeah. So yeah, it does play this for free.
Right.
And so if you go OG Tyrant, play the new Tyrant out. OG Tyrant is immune to Digimon effects, and then you have this that you can have all your suspended insectoids be unaffected by option effects. Your Tyrant is never dying. This one will die possibly by Digimon effects, but like you don't care because you're gonna keep your OG one and out, and that one's gonna be able to continue doing your plays regardless, which is pretty cool. The things you could do with it, and then in Titans, if you somehow have this out plus like the latest Titamon. That Titamon is never dying basically because he has his own Digimon. He has his own immunity. Plus, he's immune to options now. Like you do a lot with this card. Like Titans are in such a good spot after the set. They're eating well.
Yeah, definitely. This insane between this line of support and the zombie stuff,
which we're gonna get into because we haven't even hit the purple side of things yet.
Right.
Next we got is we're gonna talk about Cerberusmon Werewolf mode because that's black first. He is a dual card. So on Evo, he doesn't even have it on Evo. He's jamming reboot blocker. On deletion, you may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon card with the Titan trait from your trash while paying the cost. He has Dark Animal trait. And then we have the option side effects Inferno Divide, which is trash 1 card from your hand, then Digivolve 3 one of your opponent's Digimon for 3 costs, basically. Crack. This card is amazing. This is the reason why OG Cerberus and Dobrex got hit, because we're going to be talking about the other two.
Oh my god, I just had a brain blast.
Yes, you could trash this card, play for free, and continue evoing.
No. Volcanismon can play Inferno Divide and then Arts Digivolve. If they have like a Blimpmon in play.
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
It's a TS trade option card, isn't it?
And then if it dies, you play a low for lower TS card as well. Or no, Titan trade, my fault. It's not TS, it's Titan.
So maybe you don't play this, but
you can
still.
Digital 3 for 3 is pretty strong.
Pretty good.
And then next we got is I forgot Plutomon is black first, not even purple black. Okay. Plutomon, here is the star of the show. In Titans now. He has your cool reduction effect like the other shaman do. When this card will be played, if your hand has fewer cards than your opponent, reduce the cost by 6. So you're playing for, what is that, 7, right?
Yeah.
On play, on Evo when attacking, once per turn. By trash 1 card in your hand. If it's your turn, you may play 1 Titan trade Digimon card from your trash with the cost reduced by 7. This effect can play Plutomon. All turns once per turn when cards are trashed from, you may delete all your opponent's lowest level Digimon. So what this saying is you can play anything in Titans. You can play out, like I mentioned, Tyrant Competentarymon for 1, I think it is. You can play out Taita Bellucci for like 2 with its own assembly reduction. You can play out, new Titamon, the Rage Mode one for whatever number it is if you need to. You also play Zombie Pluto when we're going to talk about Zombie Pluto in a bit. You can play out a lot of things with this card. This card is just fantastic. Strong ass card by itself as well. Gotta love it.
You're gonna hate yourself when your opponent goes Anubismon effect play Pluto.
And then Pluto effect play out something else.
Yep.
Oh my god. It is a crazy combo for sure if you're able to pull that off. Next we got is the purple side of things. We got a lot of purple cards for this deck. We got Demi Devi, I think is a Titan Searcher. I lied. Yep. It is just I don't know where we're going to talk about it. It's just reveal the top 3 cards. Add 1 card with Fallen Angel, Undead Wizard, or Demon Lord trait card, and 1 card with TS among them. return the rest, and then when attacking, draw one, trash one. Pretty good.
It's for the ZombiePlutomon line, but your first Titan is Salamon.
Oh yeah, it is. Salamon's a pretty cool card. Start your main phase. If your hand has 5 or fewer cards, one of your Digimon may with the Titan trait may Digivolve into a Digimon card with a Titan trait in trash. My God, that's a mouthful to read. With the cost reduced by 2. Fantastic card. This is such a good early start card effect. If you're able to put yourself to 5, immediately going first, which you can in the deck pretty easily, honestly. You just do a lot of things with this card. And then Inheritable is the same as the OG Ogre line, where when your card is trash from this Titan trait Digimon may Digivolve into a Titanmon, or a Titan trait Digimon will reduce cost by 1. We love that effect because you can just chain up the chain of Evos and get to your Titanmon pretty fast, and a good reduction of it. Next we got is that Devimon is not for it, right? That nope. Devimon is not a Titan now. Dober. This is why DoberX got hit.
True.
When this card gets trashed from your hand, if your hand has 5 or fewer cards, draw one. I don't know why they had a reduction on it. It could have just been draw one regardless, like the other ones, but it is what it is. Play on Evo by trashing one card in your hand to leave 1 low 4 lower Digimon card. Fantastic effect. We love it's a removal. Plus you get to potentially Evo up the chain with like the Inheritable. And then he has the same Inheritable as the Salamon as well to Evo up for reduced cost of 1 when you trash something. Pretty good. Things. Yep. Then we got Reapermon. Again, another reason why Cerberus X got hit. On play on Evo when attacking. It sure does, yeah. Once per turn, if it's your turn, by trashing one card in your hand, you may use one option card with the Titan trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. And then on deletion, which is Inheritable, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. It's a pretty solid effect. That effect right there, so basically what that means is you can play out the OG Titan card. I forget what it's called right now.
Invasion of the Titans.
Invasion of the Titans for 1. Be able to draw 2, trash 2. Fantastic. And then set up your plays. This also allows you to play out a werewolf mode. You're going to do that for a 1 because it reduces it by 2 from your trash. So you Evo for 1 basically. And then you do your cool combos with that. Pretty cool. You can do a lot of cool things with this card.
Agreed. You also got Darkfield as well, which we'll get to later that you can play off of this.
Darkfield. Yep. And then next, we talk about Ravemon. Ravemon is going to be a fantastic card in Titans as well. And then we got ZombiePlutomon.
The star of the show.
It's one of the stars for the show, that's for sure. First off, so he can Evo over Plutomon for 1. He can Evo over a low 5 TS, cost of 3, pretty solid. He has a trash effect main. If your hand is 5 of your cards, play this card with the cost reduced by 4. So this is an 8 drop. And then you can assemble Plutomon to make it a 6 drop. And then Sex Attack +1, decode Plutomon. So you can play out Plutomon and do the shenanigans like we just talked about earlier. And then retail. And then on play on Evo when attacking, not once per turn. When Digivolving. I mean, when attacking, by trashing one card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. Pretty solid effect. But here is the kicker. All turns, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are played or Digivolve, both players trash cards in their hand, so they have 4 left.
I can't believe they put Ravemon in this set and then gave his effect to ZombiePlutomon.
It made it even better, right? Like, it's kind of crazy what they did there. The card is cracked by itself. Being able to decode out your Plutomon, like you play this out. Let's say you have Chronomon trash. You give this the execute and rush. You do 2 checks. You decode out Plutomon. Plutomon plays out like something else. Like you do so many combos with this because of the way ZombiePluto works. It's kind of crazy.
Agreed. This could go crazy. Enough said.
And then I think that's it for comes to Digimon. Yeah, that's it for the Digimon side. Next we got for options, because we don't have any tamers for the deck. We do have the Darkfield. Pretty cool. So this is your standard like TS option field option. You grab your bottom security, you put in it. Put this in that spot instead. Security all turns, all your Titan trait Digimon gain blocker. While you have Digimon with Plutomon or Titanmon's name, they gain plus 3k. 3k is really solid DP boost. And the blocker, I know people were like, it's just blocker. But in this deck, blocker got kind of crazy, especially you have the Doraemon egg that allows you to unsuspend when you trash a card on your opponent's side of the field. So you get more defense out of it. You can do a lot of cool combos with it. And then obviously has a security effect to play a low for lower Titan Trick Digimon card from hand trash while paying the cost. Fantastic card.
Yeah, it's goated. The whole deck is pretty insane.
Yeah. Like, there's gonna be so many different variants of Titans now. I'm just excited to see what people cook up for it, because now it's like legitimately good.
Yeah, agreed.
Gino, what's the next thing you want to talk about now?
Oh man, I'm tempted to just jump to what I really want to talk about, but I feel like we got to knock out the decks that have the eggs. So you know what? I'm gonna talk about Dantemon. Let's pull up the SwipeMon.
Oh, Dante. Okay, off the rip with the Appmon.
I think this deck is really cool. I don't know. All the effects are very good, and Dantemon is very good. But I wonder how many people are going to play a straight Dantemon deck, or just tech a bunch of these cards into like Rebootmon, because Rebootmon is like easily the best Appmon deck. Dantemon probably a close second though. Maybe better. Who knows? I really like Dantemon though. I think this deck is super cool. I was talking about this, I think, last set review. I'm like, I think Dantemon's all we got left, and here we go. So SwipeMon. On attack, you may link 1 7-code trait Digimon card from your hand or this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon with the cost reduced by 2. That's going to set up all your effects. A pretty standard Appmon card, realistically. It's funny that so SwipeMon, Tapmon, and what's the other one? Swipe, tap, what else can you do on a phone?
I don't know.
There's a third one. Point is, it's funny that there's a different color of all of them, and you can see them all on the SwipeMon here.
Yep.
All right. So all of the 7-code Appmon read insane. First one we got is Roleplaymon. It's we have a new keyword here, which is the detach effect. Detach 7-code trait. When this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects by trashing one of its specified linked cards that doesn't leave. So this is like super protection. As long as you have a 7-code linked, you got a protection. When attacking by trashing a game open or 7-code trait Digimon card from your hand, draw 2. You're going to want to fill up that trash fast in a Dantemon deck, so that's what this is going to do for you. But what's crazy is that the link is progress and piercing. And it's gonna go insane in a lot of Appmon decks. Next, Appmon. I think all the Appmon are literally just the 7 codes. So
yeah, they are.
Next is Malmon. Detach, and then when attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards, draw 1. When linking, you get to stun something, a Digimon or Tamer. Pretty good. So it does what it says on the tin. Next 7-code we got is Medicmon. He has Barrier on face, as well as Detach. On play on Evo, you may link a level 3 Digimon card with the Life System or 7-code trait card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to this Digimon without paying the cost. When linking, until your opponent's turn ends, one of their opponent's Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects and gets minus 3,000. Really good. And you can even assembly this guy. He's level 4. And what's kind of cool is that it kind of breathes life into old Appmon decks too, because you can play the Life System deck with this Medicmon and use some of his effects. Pretty neat. I'm with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Next is Weatherdramon.
Weather?
This guy was my GOAT in the Appmon DS game. He always came up. He's so fast. I love this guy. All right, he's a blocker on face. Also Detach. On play on Evo, you may link a level 3 Digimon card with the Navi System or 7-code trait from this Digimon's Digivolution card to this Digimon without paying the cost. But most importantly, when linking, you may battle one of your opponent's Digimon. All of these effects sound like pretty good in a vacuum. When we get to Dantemon, you'll see just how good they are when they're all together, and you get to activate them all at once. So our next 7-code is Gomimon. Detach, of course. Your turn once per turn. When this Digimon gets linked, one of your Digimon with the Social, Tool, Open, or 7-code trait gains Collision and plus 3k for the turn. On link, Digivolve 2. Very strong link effects. I wonder if Dantemon is going to use all of these link effects at once or something. That would be crazy.
right.
And we got Tellermon detach. Your turn, when it gets linked, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the entertainment, open, or 7 code trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the top or bottom of the deck. This is a searcher, but in a weird sort of wacky kind of way. In an Appmon kind of way. Let's put it that way. But good searcher. All these cards are pretty solid. I think that's... Oh, right. Then the last one is Reapermon. Fun fact, it's like copy-paste. Copy-paste. Okay. Detach 7 code. Your turn. Once per turn. When this Digimon gets linked, it's going to be another searcher. It's kind of. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play or use 1 7-card trait card among them with the cost reduced by 3. Return the rest to the top or bottom of the deck. This is probably going to spit out another body for you. Get more effects off. And then finally, the boy, Dantemon. He's got Rush, Reboot, Blocker, and Link +6.
Link +6 is just crazy sounding.
It's so funny. So before I talk about his effect, he has Assembly 7. So you put them all as his sources, and then his on-play effect lets you link 7 Appmon trait cards with different names. So you just assembly this bad boy and then link all 7 of them and get all 7 of their very powerful link effects that we just talked about. Then he can attack without suspending. So you're going to get to de-digivolve, prevent something from suspending, prevent something from digivolving, battle it. Yeah, you just go off. And then all turns once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon as if you didn't have enough removal from all of those linked effects. Then, if this Digimon has 7 link cards, return your opponent's top security card to the bottom of the deck. We're not trashing anymore. We're just sending it to the bottom. No Revelation of Light. Goodbye.
No Angemon effects. No nothing.
Yep, no Ascension nonsense. Get it out of here. I love Dantemon. It's really cool. And we do have one more card in the deck, and that's going to be the
cool thing about it, because you assembly and then you immediately link all of them. You're basically unaffected by de-digivolve as well, so you're just chilling there as a big body too.
Yep, as a hold on, I forget what the number is. It's 21, a 35k blocker.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Because you have 6 links or 7 links.
Yeah.
7 code pad. By placing 6 7-code trait Digimon cards from your battle area, link cards, or trash as one of your 7-code trait Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards, that Digimon may Digivolve into Dantemon in the hand, ignoring Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost. So if for some reason you just can't get them in trash, you got the 7-code pad to get you there.
Yeah, facts.
And security effect plays you a free body, which is nice, from hand or trash. So Dantemon, sick. I love this deck. This rules.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how good a Dante deck by himself will be, but he's pretty cool.
And he also functions, I talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but he basically functions as OmniX for game for Appmon decks, because he can just Evo for 4 on top of any of your level 6 Appmons, because he Evos for 4 on a god. And then you get a free attack after you link and do all your shenanigans. So he's going to be probably a one of in any Appmon deck at the very least as a closer.
You know what though? Might be my first time playing Appmon deck. You throwing 4 analog use in this deck? You know what I'm saying? You're cooking. Any deck that has analog use, deck, you know, that's me. That's for me.
Dan needs to play analog youth for 3 and reveal 1 to 2 more analog youths, or he's just not having a good time.
It never fails. Oh man, I still won't play, even though I could run in, just because I already played too many decks in Appmon. It's not something that I'm good on that.
What do you want to talk about next, Dan?
I'm going to talk about the other secret of this set. We're going to talk about the TB shenanigans that we gotten. And it's let me put it like this: Shambala support, because some of it is kind of generic. I think it was, if I remember correctly. And
can I just say, it's whack that we got TB cards when TB's already the best deck. Like, where's the SW cards? Okay, that's what I want to know.
Kind of facts.
What's going on here, Bandai? Because I'm not having it.
First off, we got is Chronomon. He's when moving on play, one of your Shambala or TS trade Digimon gains piercing and plus 3k for the turn, and then your turn this Digimon gains plus 2k. Hey, this is generic, even though he's TV. Even though he's TV, is generic Shambala, so technically you can run it in SW.
Go away.
He said go away. Next Shambala card we got is...
Wow, it's almost like you can execute with piercing now. Cool, man. As if you couldn't remove enough things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn it, Bandai. You think you can print a cute card and a cute cat card and get my... All right. Yeah, he's pretty cute.
Yeah, they did. Dantemon. He is the horse version for TB. You may play or use one TB trade card. You hand with reduce cost by 2, and then hand with one attack and one of your opponent's Digimon gets -2k for the turn. Solid effects, and we love that main effect in today's game with these traded decks.
And like, what does TB care about the most? Having multiple names in its deck. So we just gave your ass 3 more names that you can use. 4 more names.
I'm gonna show you more. We got more. We got more names we can throw in.
Many names.
Next we got Musaimon. He is also TV. I mentioned him earlier. I went over him on accident.
You can finish this pod.
He's blocker on face, on play, on deletion by trashing 1 card in your hand. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6k or less. Solid effect. It's okay. Not the best, not the worst. And then inheritable plus 2k. Not too bad. Awesome art though of Musaimon. A classic Digimon.
Yeah, he rules.
And next we got another TB card. On play, on Evo.
The SW cards they print next better blow my mind, okay?
On play, on Evo, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 7k or less. Not bad. And then on Leashin, you may return 1 Shambala trade card from your hand, from your trash in hand. Then you may play 1 TB trade Digimon card with 6k or less from your hand without paying the cost. Solid effect, honestly. I think all of the 5s are above 6k, so you're just guaranteed a 4 drop off of it. Not bad. And you could assembly with this like the other level 5s in the deck. And then it has inheritable. You may play 1 TV trade Digimon card with 6k or less from your hand without paying the cost. It's just kind of like what every TB level 5 kind does in a sense, right? They have some type of effect that stops your opponent, and then inheritable or something that plays out more bodies for you to swarm the board in an assembly.
Except this one lets you get Susanomon back from the trash. Joy.
He said joy. Hey, Asa Ray did that herself too.
I know, but now you only have to do it at the level 5 level. I'm not salty at all, guys. At all.
Next, we got ZombiePlutomon, another TV trade card, but he's kind of like generic Shambhala, which is pretty cool. First off, he has blocker retail. On play, on Evo, one of your Digimon with the Shambhala trade gains second attack +1 and progress for the turn. Really, really strong effect, honestly. Then on deletion, you may play 1 Shambhala or TS trade card with a play cost 5 or less from your trash without paying the cost. Solid effect, and you could assembly for -4, so play this for 8, and then you could probably reduce the cost more by something else. I don't remember.
Well, you just play them for free off the option, right?
Oh yeah, because it's TV. Yeah. yeah.
Wait. Don't you have to play? Doesn't Arrival force you to play one of the 3 chicks? I don't think you can play this.
Isn't it TV? I thought it was Toho Brave.
I honestly am not sure. I don't
remember honestly right now.
Okay.
Don't quote
Either way, you can probably play this for free. The deck does everything else at once for free, so.
But yeah, no, this card is pretty cool. You can also throw this in SW as well and do more damage and then give whatever you want progress too. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how you would get the combo off because I'm not too versed with it, but I think it's pretty cool. You could do some stuff with it.
No, this could be cool as like a secondary like level 6. You could play your level 5 and then swing, use the effects from the option in your security to go into the Zomba. It's a neat idea.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think so too. I think it potentially has room for somewhere. I think that's it for the Shambala cards besides the secret rare. That's NSO. And
I think you might be right.
Yeah, because Reaper is not that either. So yeah, we're just gonna hop down to the secret rare. Why don't we just get to the secret rare because we haven't talked about it yet. We have Chronomon. We finally got Chronomon. A lot of people were disappointed that he was not in EX12, but he came out immediately in BT26, which is pretty good, pretty cool. And this card has worked great for both TB and SW. Yay! Pretty cool effect. So play cost of 5, which kind of matters because there's some cards that play that says like play 5 drop for free. Pretty good. And then starting main phase, gain a memory. On play, by trashing 1 Shambala trade card from your hand, draw 2. Fantastic effect. And then here is the kicker where this card is really, really good in my opinion. End of your turn, if you have a Digimon with a Tente,
you can do it, Dan. I believe in you.
Tente Hachibushu, that's not too bad. Trade by suspending this tamer. You may use 1 option card with a Shambala trade from your hand while paying the cost. So you can get this out, play out an option, set yourself up even more. This card is fantastic. I think it's an instant 3 to 4 of in any Shambala trade deck.
At least 2, but like the chat, in case you were curious, the Tente Hachibushu are all of the 6s except for Seiten Goku.
Yes, correct. That's it for the Shambala stuff. What's the next topic of cards?
Let's see. You skipped past eggs, so I'm gonna skip past, and I'm gonna talk about what I really want to talk about.
Okay,
and that's
right now.
Digital monsters.
Yes,
sir. They're all digital monsters, but we got new DM support, baby. I think the first card here is Mojimon, right?
Mojimon, yep.
So pretty cool because I think this might be the only other blue level 4. I think the only blue level 4 DM we have is Garuru.
Yeah, I believe so.
So version 4 and version 3 are getting the support this set, and they're all great cards. I'm very excited to play these decks.
Same.
Dust off the old DMs. Got some crazy cards for it. So Mojimon has jamming on face and training on play when attacking. Oh, if you haven't played a DM deck in a while, training lets you put the top card of your deck face down by suspending your Digimon. All right.
Yes.
On play when attacking, by placing 1 card in your hand face down as this Digimon's bottom source, return 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon at the bottom of the deck with an inherit of when attacking. If your hand has 7 or fewer cards, draw 1. It's very nice that that's not a once per turn. So if you have a way to unsuspend, you get multiple draws off of it potentially. Solid little card. True. The only problem that I see with this card is that version 4 has a very, very solid selection of level 4s at this point. So it's going to be hard trying to find a spot for it. Because this is the one that has Monochromon in it and Kuwagamon. So
those, and they're goated.
They're very good cards. So like finding a spot for Mojimon might be tough, but hey, bottom decking a level 4 is no joke. Next DM trait card we have is
Dromojimon.
All the way down to Dromojimon. Dude, whenever we get a Dromojimon card, I pop off. I think we talked about it last week, right? Wasn't it last week that it was revealed? So, yeah.
Yep.
Or it was either last week or the week before. Anyway, Dromojimon rules. You can see him here at the shop, at the treasure hunting shop. Training piercing. When moving on play, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Then by placing 1 card in your hand face down as this Digimon's bottom source, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 until your opponent's turn ends for each of its face down Digivolution cards. And he has piercing as an inherit. I don't think I mentioned it, but no, I did talk about Mojimon's inherit. So this is funny because if you have File Island in security, you basically get plus 2k for each face down card. Which is very funny. Solid little card. Version 3. I'm sure we can find a way to fit him in. Next DM card, I think this card is very good, is the Piximon. Yep. Digimon World 1 stands will know that this is low-key one of the hardest fights in the game.
Facts. And hardest to find.
Right, because it's not only is it incredibly difficult, but it's also very random whether she'll show up or not. Blocker on face. On play on Evo, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then by placing your deck's top card face down as his bottom source, for each of their face down sources, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. That's so good. You can play. It's a bit of a pricey pay depending on a pricey play depending on what you what your board state looks like, but you can use the Nanimon to go into Piximon, and then you have Nanimon end of turn has 3, so you can basically lock 4 suspended things down for a turn if you're able to do that. Inherited effect: when any of your Digimon are played, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That's going to be really good because our level 6 is going to be wanting to swing into those things. And that is my boy. Not only did they print my boy a new card, but they made him a DM card? Bandai, I forgive you for the TB thing I said earlier. I forgive you. Bloom Lordmon. Green, yellow. He is a fairy and a DM version 4. He has got Alliance and Vortex on face. His art is sick as hell. Alliance Vortex, when digivolving, when attacking, by trashing any of your Digimon's bottom face down cards, you may play one 6,000 DP or lower version 4 trait card from your hand without paying the cost. Not once per turn, so you're doing this twice because he's got Vortex. All turns, when effects trash face down Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6k for the turn. That sounds kind of tame, but for everything else this card is doing, combined with what version 4 can do, since you're playing a 6k DP, you're probably playing Monochromon, who's going to get you a Digivolve, and then all of a sudden that negative 6k DP is looking a little more spicy.
Yeah.
Also, that all turns is not once per turn.
Nope.
How many times can you trash a face down Digivolution card per turn? We'll see what we can get. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I cannot wait to cook with this. But that's not the end for the DM cards. No.
We're getting some of my favorite ones.
Giromon. This boy, he got the mine and the chainsaw. He has a special place in my heart, because here's a little fun fact. One of my nicknames back in school was Gyro because of my first name and last name combined. So, Giromon. Anyway, Fragment 2, which is dope. On play on Evo and counter, you may place one card in your hand face down as his Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Then you may delete one of your Digimon with the version 3 trait and all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. That's brutal. That's a very strong effect.
Wait, we're getting to the best part.
All turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, trash your opponent's top security. Awesome. Would leave. So for people who aren't DM pilled,
tell them why I'm so excited for this card.
Well, there's lots of reason to be excited for this card, but Hyandramon Ace is the version 3 level 6, and he has protection. So when he would leave the battle area, you get to burn one, and then you get to protect. It's awesome. This Giromon rules.
No.
What's the sauce then?
Besides that, this card right here is gonna make a Millenniumon OTK even faster.
God,
because
away.
Millenniumon is version 3, and this card is version 3, so you can tuck it underneath it really easily. 3. And then you can just loop that effect, and you just trash more sources easily.
And then we got what if we had a level 6 that had Fragment too? So when he would be deleted, you can use Giromon's effect, and then when he would be deleted, you can Fragment. Well, guess what? We got that in Reapermon. Security attack +1, execute, Fragment 2. Yeah, this is a great card. Fragment on DM cards is just insane, as Vademon has taught us all at this point.
Agreed.
On play, when attack, you may play one play cost 6 or lower version 3 trait Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. For each of this Digimon's face down sources, add 1 to the play cost maximum. This deck is going to be very, very cool, because version 3 is the one that you haven't really seen much of, because all the effects were like almost there. Now it has like unrestricted recovery now. I think it has sec -1 on some stuff. Like, I think version 3 is going to be threatening.
Hey, you know what else you can do with playing this card in?
Evo Millenniummon on top of this. You can play him out. It's an on play, so you can play him out off Millenniummon's effect.
Millenniummon can play it out, play 2 bodies, play this out. This is gonna play a 3rd body, just make a wide board and then continue playing.
You sure can. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
On delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with the highest play cost. Very cool. This card's awesome. Reapermon's cool. I've been a Reapermon fan since Digimon Rumble Arena.
Run. Yep.
He's a final boss.
Yep.
And he kicks your ass the first time you play that game.
That's a
Until you learn how to cheese him, he will destroy you.
Yep.
He'll hit you with that 2-piece and then stun you and then do it again.
Yep.
It's brutal. All right, but that's not it for DM cards. That's it for DM Digimon, but not for DM cards. Because we got this insane option card, Training Manual, which is the card.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You get this card. You get this item from Piximon in Digimon World 1. So it's funny that they put those together in this set. Use requirement is DM trait. It reads like a memory boost. So you stop reading the card. No. Read the whole card. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add a DM trait card among them to your hand. Return the rest of them on in the deck. Then place this card in the battle area. Delay. When face down cards are placed in any of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, delay effect, any of these Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower DM trait Digimon card in the hand without paying the cost. So that means all of a sudden, since this is just a generic DM card, this is working with all of your Warper level 4s, so you can go straight into your 6. So you can end turn on Nanimon and wind up with a Bloom Lord, thanks to this card. Like, end turn on, what's the level 3 one? Numemon. Numemon's version 1. Sukamon. Go Edamon, and then end on Reapermon. Or Sukamon, go into Giromon, end on Reapermon. Like, the possibilities are endless. And don't even forget that you got DM Machine running around.
Yep.
So you can do all sorts of shenanigans with that. You can even go
Chimera DM Chimera too.
DM Chimera. DM Chimera is very good because you can just Evo for free into your Chimeramon
instead of
use your level 4's effect instead of having to set up all the bullshit. Very cool. Dude, the worst part about being a DM fan is I only have 4 analog youths. So I can only play 1 DM deck at a time. But man, this rules. This card is so flexible in DM. I'm so excited to play new DM. So
continue talking. I'll be right back.
Okay. Wait, actually, what I should do, chat. Can I hold on? Ooh, chat, check this out. Hold on. I'm the captain now. Welcome to the Gino only DigiPod digital podcast. I'm glad you're here with me. All right, let's talk about some more cards. I'm going all the way to the top, and I think we're going to talk about Data Squad next because Data Squad's my favorite Digimon series. Spoiler alert. And yeah, so let's hop right in. First, we got Bloodmon. So we got Rosemon line and we got Ravemon line, which is funny because that was what was on the card, right? In the starter deck, you had the 1/2 Keenan, 1/2 Yoshino. So we got Bloodmon. Your turn. Once per turn. When effects trash cards from under your tamers, draw 1. Solid draw card. Probably better than the rest of the eggs we have. I mean, I guess the Chronomon's really, really good, so it's hard to say. And then we've got the Pinamon. On deletion, by trashing the bottom face down card from under any of your tamers, you may play a play cost 5 or lower Avian or Data Squad trait card from your trash without paying the cost. If you're playing like an older Ravemon style deck, you really want to just get more bodies out. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this effect for sure. Dan, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back.
I took over the screen share.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I was like, I started moving. I was like, wait, why is this not moving?
I'm the captain now. Look at me.
Yep.
All right, what's our next
Lala.
data squad card? Probably all the way down to Lala, right? Because it's just Lala and Rave. Or Rosemon and Rave. When moving on play, searcher for vegetables, fairies, or data squads, and a green tamer. Return the rest at the bottom of the deck. This is only an add 1, which is very strange. You only get 1 from these two categories. And it's not even like an add 1, tuck 1, the way Agumon was. So I'm not sure why they did Lalamon like that. But when attacking once per turn, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That's going to be valuable for later. Sunflowmon. On Evo, if and on play, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play a Yoshino from your hand without paying the cost. Really good to have an on-play tamer player. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until their turn ends. Rosemon doing Rosemon things, we're going to lock down your stuff and then you can't play the game. Next, we got Lilamon. On play on Evo, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends, so we're just locking down everything for a turn, as Rosemon does. Your turn once per turn when any of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers suspend or affects trash cards from under any of your Tamers. This Digimon may digivolve into a Vegetable, Fairy, or Data Squad trait card in the hand with the cost reduced by 1. Honestly, pretty good. And you also have the alterns when this Digimon with Rosemon or Data Squad trait would leave the battle area by trashing bottom face down card from any of your Tamers. It doesn't leave. So this is another one of those protections, just like the Mach Galgamon that we got earlier. I think this is the best Rosemon has ever been, and for the foreseeable future will be. We got this risque Rosemon artwork. On Evo, on attack, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. All turns, when any of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers suspend or affects trash cards from under your Tamers, you may play or use 1 3 cost or lower Data Squad trait card from your hand without paying the cost. For each suspended Digimon or Tamer, add 1 to the cost maximum. Something really cool we discovered. Shout out to Dragon Pike. I know you're watching this video. This is an all turns effect, and so is Lilamon's protection. So if you try to remove Rosemon on your turn, and they happen to have burst mode in hand, you can just go ahead and Aguishant Levras, whatever, however you say that. You could just go ahead and boom, hit him with that. Because it's just when any of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers suspend or affects trash cards from under your Tamers, you may use a play cost 3 or lower without paying the cost. There just needs to be at least 3 other suspended things in play, because you can't pay a cost on your opponent's turn. So it's play use 3 or lower. So pretty cool that you can just boom hit him with the burst mode if you have enough bodies on board. I think the play with this deck, honestly, is to not play Data Squad and to play plants. That way you can build a big board, end on Rosemon, and then if they try to remove the Rosemon, surprise, it's burst mode time. And burst mode, which I'll read right now. Burst Digivolve, obviously, by returning a Yoshino on top of a Rosemon. On Evo, you may suspend 2 Digimon or Tamers. Then 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. On Evo, on attack, this is not a once per turn effect. By returning one of your opponent's suspended Digimon, one other suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, trash your opponent's top security. So you can go wide with your Bloomlord style board, and then just bottom deck your own stuff if your opponent doesn't have things for you to interact with, which is pretty cool, because that's always been a problem with the Rosemon deck, is that you really want to interact with your opponent. The option card effect, Aggie Chant leaves. Suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Oh, I already said this, didn't I? I did. Oh no, because it's the same as the Digivolve effect. Suspend 2 Digimon or Tamers, then until their turn ends, none of their suspended Digimon or Tamers can Digivolve or unsuspend. So lots of suspension, lots of lockdown, lots of wonderful Rosemon things. Rosemon has always been a bit of a favorite of mine, so I'll be excited to build this as well, obviously, and also being a Data Squad enjoyer. Gotta wait a little longer for my Mirage and my Ravemon burst modes, but we'll get there. We'll get there, chat. All right, next set of Data Squad cards, since Dan is MIA, is the Falcomon line. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Keenan or Data Squad trait card, and 1 purple card with Ravemon in its name or Avian, Bird, and any of its traits to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. When attacking, simple draw and trash one. This is a pretty standard purple rookie. Purple Searcher rookie, right? Does what it says on the tin pretty well. Then we got the Peckmon. He is a blocker on face because that's what Pokemon does apparently. On play on Evo, by trashing one card in your hand or by placing it face down under any of your Keen and Criers, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. Nice little removal. 4-drop is really nice, which means you can play off DNA charge, which is very nice. Blocker that could be played off DNA charge. Pretty good. On deletion, your opponent trashes a card in your hand, so we get back to that classic Ravemon game plan. Then we got Chronomon. Chronomon, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Then by trashing the bottom face down card from under any of your tamers, they trash a card in their hand. Again, more control, more hand control. When your opponent's hand is trashed from or affects trash cards from under your tamers, you get a Evo into Ravemon or Data Squad from the trash with the cost reduced by 1. Very nice. On delete, you may play a level 5 or lower card with Avian Bird in any of its traits, or the Data Squad trait from your trash without paying the costs. So again, lets you go wide after doing the self-kill stuff.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. We're on to Ravemon. Security effect. End of opponent's turn. If he's face up, he gets to be played without paying the cost. So this is better than the previous Ravemon because your opponent can't just remove it from the trash. When Digivolving, end of attack. By deleting this Digimon, or by trashing 2 bottom face down cards from under end of your tamers, delete one of your opponent's highest DP Digimon. On deletion, your opponent trashes a card in your hand. Then if they have 7 or fewer cards in their hand, you may place this card face up as the bottom security. So this is kind of like Invisimon Light in a way. It does Invisimon things, but you also got the hand control stuff that Ravemon has. I'm hoping the burst mode really sets this deck apart because right now this
Ravemon doing ninja things.
It's weird that it's when Digivolving end of attack, but not on play, even though it gets played out from the security.
Yeah.
At least it's getting played out at the end of opponent's turn, so it means you're going to be able to swing with it right away.
True.
Alrighty. And we also got this super sick Batman Ravemon card art. So
yeah, pretty good.
Gotta shout that out. Tamers, we got is Yoshino. Yoshino. Oh yeah, I talked about all the rows. Yeah, I didn't jump down, so I just did the rows and then right into the Rave stuff. Yoshino, by placing a Data Squad trait card at the start of your main phase face down under this tamer, draw 1, gain 1. Solid. When any of your opponent's Digimon or tamers suspend or affects trash card from under this tamer, by suspending her, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into the line with the cost reduced by 1. Pretty nice, honestly. Solid Yoshino. I really think you just run this Yoshino and the dual Yoshino. I don't know if we're even on Memset or Yoshino anymore. I guess for playing Bloom stuff, maybe. Anyway, then we got my boy Ikuto, also known as Keenan. Starting your main phase by placing a Data Squad trait card from your hand face down under his tamer, draw 1, gain 1, just like Yoshino. When your opponent's hand is trashed from or affects trash cards under this tamer, by suspending this tamer, one of your Data Squad Digimon cards gains execute for the turn. Now that's sick, because now Ravemon can actually do damage end of turn. A lot of the times what would happen in a Ravemon deck is you Evo into Ravemon and then your turn is over. Or you just don't have enough memory to do stuff. Being able to get execute is pretty sick. And
yep, pretty good effect.
That's it for... Oh, we got Queen of Thorns. Queen of Thorns. When this card would be used by trashing bottom face down card from any of your, under any of your tamers, reduce the cost by 2. Main effect, by placing a Sunflow and a Lilamon from your trash as one of your Lalamon sources. It gets the Evo into the Rosemon from the hand, ignoring requirements and without paying the cost. Security effects lets you play a Lalamon or a Yoshino from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add the card to hand. I don't know if we're going to see this because I feel like we never see these warp cards. Like, people don't play these cards. This might be one of the better ones, just because you can theoretically go wide and then use Rosemon's all turns effects on one of your other Lilamons to get a second Rosemon in play. I don't know. It's a thought. We'll see if anybody actually plays it. It's not nothing, right? It's not nothing. Dan, you want to talk about BeatBreak?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably the next major,
more like
archetype that we got
with how good it's been lately. Sheesh.
Facts. We got Chronomon, which is a solid card. It's a opponent's turn when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks by trashing the bottom face down card from any of your tamers. Change the attack target to one of your glowing Dawn Trade Digimon. So a good redirect, pretty solid. I don't know how often you're gonna run this because you kind of like your Kekomon Evo eggs,
right?
But this is a good defensive option if you want to play more defensive.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to see if people like actually split off from the current BeatBreak playstyle and go for one of these other ones, or if they just slap it all together and do it. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Next we got, oh yeah, I forgot that's also a BeatBreak card. Pagumon, when attacking, by placing one card from your hand face down under any of your Glow and Dawn Trade Tamers, draw one. I'm not sure why we have Pagumon as a Glow and Dawn card, but okay.
Because that's Chronomon. We never see him as Pagumon, but when he dies, he goes to Zurumon, and Zurumon is what typically goes into Pagu. So we just never really see Pagumon. Same thing
I was like, I would have thought that the Pagu was the
Gazi.
The was not Gazi, but what was that? The champion, the Hyena.
Oh, the Fang. No, yeah,
Hyemon.
I think it's Hyemon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, this Pagumon I think is supposed to be Chronomon.
I guess so, and the Chronomon is Bearmon, so Bearcatmon's champ in training.
Yeah, whenever they get bodied, they go all the way down to the baby.
Yep.
So we never see this one.
True, because Pagu is the in training, not the baby form.
We actually got next some yellow BeatBreak stuff.
Oh my god, I forgot about Liomon. I knew that Miramasa was there. Liomon was pretty solid. Is when moving on play by placing your top secured card face down or any of your Glow and Dawn Trade Digimon. Tamers, my fault. Recover one, a solid card. Inheritable, when attacking, you may add your top security card to your hand. Then if you have 0 security cards, recover one. We've seen these type of effects before. Pretty solid. A cool thing about this set now, you can, if you want to, you can make a pure yellow Glow and Dawn deck, which I think is pretty cool that you can do that. I don't know how good that would be, but I think it would be at least definitely solid.
Yeah, it's super cool that you can do that now. And like all the cards read like pretty good. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Next we got Cougarmon. He has barrier on face. When attacking once per turn, by trashing the bottom face down card of any of your tamers or your top security card, you may use one option card with the Glow and Dawn Trade card reduced by 2. So you can use the level 5 that we're going to be talking about soon. Inheritable barrier as per all of yellow Glow and Dawn stuff, it feels like, for champions.
Yeah. Right.
Next we do have is Murasamimon. And
I gotta pull up the alt art for this one because it's sick.
Yeah, it's fire.
Gono-san, Murashigure. I got you. I got you.
When Digivolving, by trashing the top security card of one player with the most security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon tamers can't suspend until their turn ends. Solid effect. When Digivolve when attacking, by trashing the bottom face down card from any of your tamers, recover +1. So if you're the highest, you're just basically net 0. You don't have to lose out, or you purposely recover one to trash. I don't know. You can do a lot of cool things. You can also trash your opponent's security and then stun one there. So it's just like a double neg for them. Yeah, which is pretty cool. And then the option side effect, main one of your opponent's Digimon gets neg AK until their turn ends. By trashing your top security card, it further gets -5. Pretty solid neg effect.
Yep. Just melt something. Also, this art
and then that's sick. It for yellow Glow and Dawn. Next, we're going to have black Glow and Dawn, I believe, which is starting out with Pristimon. Pristimon is your usual searcher. So on play real top 3, add 1 Glow and Dawn and 1 black BeatBreak trade card among them. Return the rest of the bottom and then reboot as an inheritable. Solid card. Then we have Wolvermon, blocker on face, and all turns. Oh, that's crazy. All turns when attack target changes by trashing your tamer's bottom security card, bottom source card. You may use one option card with the Glow and Dawn Trade, and the use of cost of 4 or less from your hand while paying the cost. We're gonna see why in a second because we got Bearcatmon as
Bearcatman.
Yeah, as your use 4 that you could use, right? So penetrate, blow, Digital one of your opponent's Digimon, then gain. Damn, you okay there? Jeez.
Whoa, I heard that one.
Yeah. Then give one of your Digimon starter main Digimon may attack. Pretty solid effect. And then when it's evolving by trashing the bottom face down card from under any of your tamers until your opponent's turn ends, their Digimon effects don't affect this Digimon, and it gains plus 3k. So by itself, you're going to be at 11k. Pretty solid. But 11k is pretty easy to get over. So it's all right. But being able to be immune is pretty good. All turns when attack target changes or affect trash cards from under your tamers, Digimon may unsuspend. So you can potentially make this into an aggro plus a defensive option. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, the D-Digivolve combined with the force attack is always a solid thing when you're. It's going to be a blocker. So.
Yep. Next we got is Chronomon. Chronomon, same thing as the other one. It's your searcher. So search top 3. Add 1 Glowing Dawn and add 1 purple BeatBreak. Pretty solid. Inheritable. When attacking, draw 1, trash 1. We love those type of effects.
Yo, low key, I feel like Chronomon's Mega could be Ravemon.
Yo, facts. Night Rope. On play on Evo, draw 1, trash 1. And then main, by trashing 2 bottom face down cards from under your tamers, you may use 1 option card with the Glowing Dawn trait from your trash with the cost reduced by 2. So be able to use your options from the trash is really, really strong. And then terrible retail. Pretty good.
What option card would you use? Maybe Despair Blast?
Yeah. We got the level 5 Scourge Chronomon for the deck. Pretty cool. So he has Execute and Ascension on face.
So
cool.
Crazy. So
you're guaranteed to swing, and at the end, after it dies, you get to ascend with it, which is pretty cool. And then security and on deletion by trashing the bottom face down card.
This card's so good.
From under any of your tamers, you may play 1 Glowing Dawn trade card from play cost 5 or less from your trash while paying the cost. Really good being able to have that as an on deletion and the security effect for it.
For sure.
And then the option side, Despair Blast, delete one of your opponents Digimon with the lowest level. Pretty solid effect.
Definitely. Dope card.
It is. It is. Unfortunately, we don't got no 6s for the black and purple ones, but you know, future sets we'll definitely get them. Yeah. And then next we got is Kyo Sawashiro. Start your main phase by placing 1 BeatBreak trade card from your hand face down on the tamer. Draw 1, gain 1. Really, really good effect. And this effect right here, I think, is really, really good too. When your security stack is removed from by suspended tamer, place the top card of your deck face down under this tamer. After, if removed by effects, give one of your opponent's Digimon second attack -1 until their turn ends. Really, really solid effect in my opinion.
Definitely. And it being all turns means that you can use that defensively too when your opponent trashes your security and stuff, so they can't go for game.
Exactly. Next we got Reina. She's also pretty okay, I think. Start your main phase by placing 1 BeatBreak trade card from your hand underneath, draw 1, gain 1. Feels like all of them have this type of effect. And then all turns, when a Digimon attacks by suspending the tamer, place the top card of your deck face down under this tamer. After one of your BeatBreak trade Digimon gains collision and blocker for a turn. Pretty solid.
Definitely. My boy Makoto.
Next we got Makoto. Same starter main effect. And then all turns when any Digimon are deleted by suspending this tamer, draw 1, trash 1. After, place 1 BeatBreak trade card from your trash face down under this tamer. Pretty solid, good consistency tamer.
Definitely.
And that's it for Glowing Dawn BeatBreak stuff for this set. They give us a lot of stuff. Really cool. I think really good building blocks for, like, you know, a black Glowing Dawn deck and a purple Glowing Dawn deck. And then obviously you kind of can make a full yellow one now with this set.
For sure. And now I think the rest of the cards in the set are like
it's just a random
couple
stuff.
Pieces here and there.
Yep.
I guess maybe we should talk about the TS stuff, huh?
I guess, yeah. You know, TS is important.
Like, okay, we got a few more TS cards. It's not just Chronomon and Aegiomon here.
Yeah.
So
we got Sorcerermon.
Yep. So we got Sorcerermon and a new Wizardmon. So these are both going to be your Galaxy support
extenders, kind of. I mean, you can use them in other decks too, but it feels like they're really good for those.
For sure. On play on Evo, add your top security to hand and recover 1. End of your turn, if you have a red or purple Digimon, by placing this Digimon as your bottom security card, you may play 1 blue or red Iliad trait Digimon card from your hand with the cost reduced by 4. So it lets you, basically you have Lekis in play, you get a free Firemon, and now you get to go up the chain. I'm going to just jump down to Wizardmon because it's basically the same idea here. On play on Evo, draw 1, trash 1. Then end of turn, if you have a blue or yellow Digimon, by returning this Digimon to the bottom of the deck, you may play 1 red or blue Digimon with the Iliad trait card from your trash without paying the cost. He's got Retail as his inherit. And what's our
Pumpkinmon?
Pumpkinmon actually crazy for angels.
Facts.
I'll read Pumpkinmon and then you can do Saris. You may play 1 angel or TS trait card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Having a security effect is insane considering you can stack your security with it.
Yeah.
And then on play when Digivolving, by trashing 1 card in your hand, 1 of your Iliad trait Digimon gains Execute and Ascension. So good, man. This is really good. I can't wait to see how angel players utilize this card.
It plays out, yeah. Next we got Sarismon, like you mentioned before. Sarismon is the first, not the first, the second dual card we're going to talk about in the TS side. This is Sarismon Media Mode, if anyone who doesn't know.
Yep.
So it's Alliance, as Alliance and Secession. So Secession, again, you gain all of Sarismon's effects. Good effect. And then when Digivolving, all of your opponents suspended Digimon gets -5k for the turn. So a mini rune mode. Then by suspending 1 Digimon, if it's your turn, you may play or use 1 Vegetation or TS trade card from your hand with the cost reduced by 5. So this allows you to play Tamers and or Digimon. Pretty good. And then Famous main, you may suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then 3 of their Digimon Tamers can't suspend until their turn ends. And then pretty good effect, honestly. This plus Homeros gets a -10 onto their board to the turn ends, which is kind of crazy.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but the way Secession works is you can Evo this Sarismon on top of your Sarismon and then trigger your Sarismon's Digivolution effects and this Sarismon's Digivolution effect.
Yes, correct.
So that's a big neg. Plus protection. Like, I honestly think you might not even need Bacchus anymore. You could just go 4/4 Sarismon and call it a day.
If you want to, but I think Bacchus just combos. We'll see. We'll show Bacchus soon
for sure.
But Bacchus adds so much to it too, as well.
No, I agree. Here's some TS Saris
Next we got
support.
Palmon. So this is your vegetation version of all your starter main. If you have 4 or less, you can Evo for free. So this one is just vegetation or TS trait for the effect. Then inheritable, when attacking, you may suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Really, really solid effect.
Yep, Bloom Lord, eat your heart out.
Haha, yeah. Next TS card we got is Griffinmon. This is also a solid card that could be thrown into like the TS forest deck as well. So when this card we play, there are 2 or more suspended Digimon, which is pretty easy. Reduce the cost by 4, so then this makes it a 7-drop. Yes, Piercing and Vortex. On play on Evo, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and 1 of the Digimon Tamers can't suspend until their turn ends. Then 1 of your Digimon can be deleted in battle until their turn ends. Really solid effect, honestly. And then he has a rule trait, Avian as well, so you can play this in a bird dot deck as well. I think it's just a solid card if anyone wants to try it out.
For sure. Combos really well with the Daramon because you can give it battle protection and then Daramon will let you redirect into it. True. Pretty cool. Next TS we got is
Devi. I kind of went over it before.
Got you. Well, real quick, I'm not going to read the card yet, but like, what's going on here? Why do we got 2 CS cards? All right, well, we'll talk about those later.
Yeah, it's so random. So random. So random. Devi is a searcher for fallen angel, undead, and wizard, and demon lord, and then TS trait. Pretty good. When attacking, draw 1, trash 1 as inheritable. And then we got Devimon. This Devimon is an interesting card. So on play on Evo, sure. If your hand has 5 or less cards, both players draw 2. All turns when effect adds to your opponent's hand by trashing 1 card of your hand, your opponent trashes 1 card of your hand. It's a very, very interesting effect. This is the first time we've kind of seen something like this before.
Me trying to figure out how to fit this into Mirage Galgamon. Draw 2 cards.
Nah, you throw this into Creepymon.deck / Barbermon.deck or whatever. Like, I think it's really solid for those decks.
I think so too.
Inheritable, when attacking, draw 1, trash 1. I thought because we got a Devi and a Devimon, we were going to get like a Myotismon and a Venom Myotismon, but they lied to us.
Rip.
And we did not get that. Next TS stuff is Bacchus. This is I think it's Bacchusmon Rage mode, right?
Wrath mode.
Wrath mode. That's what it is.
Maybe.
I don't think it's Wrath mode. Maybe it's Rage.
Drunk
I don't
mode.
remember. Anyways, he becomes like super purple and gets like all these new lines on him and stuff like that.
Yep, he does.
Second attack +1 Secession. So Secession Bacchusmon, you gain all of Bacchusmon's effects. When Digivolving by suspending 1 Digimon. This Digimon may attack without suspending. Strong ass effect, basically just by itself without anything else like Homeros. This is doing 4 checks by itself. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the same orientation as the Digimon. So it's the first time we've seen this style of effect. So orientation means like whether it's suspended or unsuspended. Pretty cool effect, honestly, being able to have that. And then reversal of the dead is the option side effect. You may unsuspend 1 Digimon, then delete all of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with the lowest DP. It's just a very strong effect.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Is it destroy mode? I'm trying to find it.
I don't remember.
Whatever.
Just look at Bacchusmon and then you'll find its mode change. Next we got is Mervamon. Mervamon is kind of cracked too.
Yeah, this card's really good.
You can Evo over Minerva for 2 or a regular TS low 5 for 4. On play on Evo. You may play up to 8 play costs total worth of Iliad trade cards from your hand or trash while paying the cost. Then to one of your opponents, Digimon give -4k until the turn ends for each of your Iliad or TS trade Digimon tamers. All turns, all of your Iliad trade Digimon gain Alliance Reboot Blocker.
And 2k.
Plus 2k. Just a very, very strong effect, honestly. It's aggro, it's defensive, it's so much. It just does a lot. And then you could assemble with a Minervamon for a reduced cost of 5.
And Minervamon's already really good. If you don't remove, like, a Minervamon's the one that you usually like try to avoid removing because of her effect.
Yep.
So like now if you leave that on the board, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. And the last TS Digimon that we have to talk about is Junimon Hysteric Mode. She decides to go all crazy and then go into her shell and her giant armor and go crazy.
It's so sick.
Card is cracked. So she has Rush, Piercing, Execute, and Decode. You could decode Junimon or a low 5 or lower. On play on Evo. I'm surprised she doesn't have Secession, honestly. Honestly, I think it would be too cracked if they did.
It'd be too much, yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't have it, though. Just because the others have it. On play on Evo, trash all of your security cards.
That's so funny.
For each card that's effect trashed, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, then recover 3. What a crazy effect. On delete, give all your opponent's Digimon second attack -1 until their turn ends. Just what's funny about the Evo effect, if you know your security is stacked with like the Angemon, the Magna Angemons, you could get so much free value out of it and go crazy with wide board spam. It's just a crazy card. And I think that's it for TS stuff. I think we talked about everything. Oh, we got cross arts to talk about, I think.
Load your Digimon into a gun and shoot them.
Yep. So for 4 costs, main, if you have a tamer with Dan Yuki or Canon Yuki in its name, all of your TS trade Digimon gain blocker and plus 3k until your opponent's turn ends. Then activate one of the following below. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much DP as one of your TS trade Digimon, or one of your TS trade Digimon on suspends. And a security effect, you may play one play cost 4 lower TS trade card from your hand or trash while paying the cost. Really solid effect, honestly, to give everything blocker plus 3k and then be able to delete something or unsuspend something if you want to get more aggro. Really cool card.
Yeah, it's good. I like it a lot.
And that's it for TS. And now we just have like some random one-offs, like
yeah,
Monimon.
A couple here and there. Monimon, I'll read Monimon because I'm the bag or army player. By trashing any 2 Digivolution cards from your bag or army trait Digimon, you may play or use 1 bag or army trait card from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. This is cool. This is really cool. I really wish Buzzing Fist was a bag or army trait card, but it makes me very excited for what bag or army trait options we could get in the future. Honestly, I'm very excited to see what can become of this. And because a lot of bag or army stuff is like, oh, I'm going to spam out like 2-3 like level 4s with that cost almost nothing. This just accelerates your game plan even more. I will misdraw 1 Monimon, but at the same time, I feel like this is just strictly better.
For sure. Next we have 2 DS cards in the set. We got a Sangamon, which is awesome for me. We finally get a Sangamon that searches for DS. So when moving on play, reveal the top 3, add 1 card with Aqua Cyanamor in its traits, or 1 card with a DS trait among them. Return the rest of the bottom. Then trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon.
That's crazy.
A lot for a search. And then heritable jamming as per usual.
Goodbye, Gomamon. You have been kicked out of Deep Savers forever.
Yeah. And then we got Shell Numemon. I think this is the first
Shell Numemon, right?
The first or second card of Shell Numemon. I think the first one might have been a like a vanilla, maybe. I don't remember. We can search it up, but I'm pretty sure. On play, draw 1. Then when your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until their turn ends. Really solid effect, honestly.
Really good.
Especially in a deck where you can, play your low 4s pretty easly. Then you have Evade as an inheritable. Yeah.
Is that the first time Evade's ever been an inherit?
Maybe. It's been a minute, that's for sure.
I think so. That's sick.
Let's see. I'm looking up Shell Numemon. Yeah, this is the first Shell Numemon.
I thought so. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. I love when we get new Digimon in the card game.
Same.
Next, I'll talk about.
You gonna talk about Tinker and Peter?
Yep, I'll talk about our Wind Guardian support. We got Tinkermon with Barrier Inherit, as all yellow rookies have, it seems. When any of your other Digimon with the Vegetation, Fairy, or Wind Guardian trait are played, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Vegetation, Fairy, or Wind Guardian trait in the hand without paying the cost. Very good effect, because you're always suspending your own things in Wind Guardians and in Vegetable Fairy decks. Petermon, though, is a little more interesting because he's half green. And so that makes it it plays better with the Fairy archetype or the Fairy Vegetable archetype. Start of opponent's main phase, which is,
first time we've had that.
Right. And on play, by suspending one of your Digimon with the Vegetation, Fairy, or Wind Guardian's traits, give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack -2 until their turn ends. Honestly, what's very funny about this is you can build a very wide board, and then I think you can use Hydramon to steal turn with this. You could. There's some crazy stuff you could do with this Petermon. I think I'm very, very excited to see what people will cook up with this Petermon. I love him. And this is the first Petermon we've had since the one that plays Tinkermons, right?
Yep.
Very cool. I feel like there was another Wind Guardian's trait card, but maybe I'm tripping.
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Morpho, man.
Then we got Morpho. Yeah, Morpho. When moving on play, you may suspend one Digimon. And then inheritable, when this Digimon wins a battle, one of your Insectoid or NSP trait Digimon may Digivolve into Insectoid or NSP trait Digimon reduce cost by 1. Gino had mentioned earlier, wish we had that. We do have that. You can play this in an insect deck. And so you can just climb up the ladder, which is pretty good with this card. And also just NSP. NSP needs all the help it can get, so it's pretty solid too.
If only NSP had a Hoodymon.
Which is a shocker. A Hoodymon for NSP. I did not expect this. I expected if someone said Hoodymon, I thought it would be something CS related, but this is not CS related. It's just straight up Insectoid / NSP card, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they could do that in the game. So on play on Evo, add your top security card to your hand and recover +1. Then you may suspend one Digimon. Such a yellow green ass card right there. Suspending for the green, recovery for the yellow side. Really cool. And inheritable, your turn once per turn when this Digimon wins a battle, gain a memory. We love those type of effects when it comes to battling and stuff like that.
How crazy is it that we got a Hoodiemon in this set and it's not the card with CS in it?
Facts.
We got CS cards and they're not.
We did. And his name is Andromon, the GOAT.
He is dope.
This card
what
is
is
kind
this
of cool.
card doing here?
I don't know why they gave it to us, but sure. It's a really cool effect though. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet, on play on EVO, you may play one CS trade tamer card from your hand while paying the cost. Cool. This effect can't play cards with the same name as any of your tamers, whatever. All turns, once per turn, when effect place a CS trade Digimon cards in this source, this Digimon may digivolve into a CS trade Digimon card in the hand while paying the cost. Really cool. So you can use that offensively, and you're going to see very soon you can use this defensively too. And then inheritable is a redirect, and because that's what Andromon always does for anything as an inheritable.
Yep. So you're gonna get to use this effect in combination.
Yep. So next we got is High Andromon. High Andromon is really cool. So reboot blocker on face. On Evo, when attacking, your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect one of your CS trade Digimon until their turn ends. So Digimon protection, really good. CS.deck needed it because back in the day, Appmon will just build a stack. You do 4 checks and then you just died.
Yep.
So all turns, when this is where I was talking about before when it comes to the Andromon. Yep. When any of your CS trade Digimon will leave the battle area by placing this Digimon's top stack card as its bottom Zulu's card, they don't leave. So cool thing is, so you protect itself by tucking itself. Andromon sees that tuck for the all turns effect, and then you can evo into something else for free, and then disrupt your opponent's plays. Pretty cool effect.
Like Alphamon, my max rarity CS deck is climbing.
Right. And then next we got is Ghostmon for NSO. Start your main phase by trash a card with Ghost or NSO trade card from your hand. Draw 1, gain 1. Solid effect. And then inheritable plus 2k.
Honestly, very good.
Final card,
but not as good as
Flare Rizamon. On play on Evo, by deleting one Digimon, delete one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. Really good effect. This allows you to do some cool combos with the tamer, with the way you can like DNA from the trash and stuff. Really cool effects. And then the inheritable raid is always really good for anything.
Yeah, it's a really good for NSO. I'm excited. I would be totally fine if Bandai keeps like giving us a normal set and then like here's like 6 cards for like 4 different like 3 different archetypes. Like that's sick. I love that actually. I think that's it. I think we covered everything.
That's all the cards. Yep. This is a lot longer pod than usual for folks. We're almost at 2.5 hour mark. Sheesh. Which is kind of crazy. I think that might be our longest. With that being said, let us know in the comment section what do you hype for in this set. We already know what we're hyped for. We can't wait for BT26 to drop because we're gonna be doing a lot of deck building, a lot of stuff we're gonna be talking about for sure. Excited for this set coming out. Any final words, Gino?
I'm excited as you are, Dan. We're gonna. Oh man, I hope it's a long format. I hope when's the next EX set come out?
I think it's like 2 months after. Or no, yeah, it's a month after because it's October.
I hope I can get through everything because I'm gonna want to play every deck in this set. I'm excited, man.
Yep.
It's a good time to be a Digimon enjoyer.
Facts. This is gonna be a strong set. It's gonna be a really good set. It's gonna be a fun set. It's gonna be a good time ahead for us. With that being said, we're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.